Hi guys. Yeah. Right. Hi guys. Hope everyone's all right. I've just seen. I forgot Stephen. Jesus Christ. I've literally just woken up, guys. So I do apologise. I had the worst night ever. I had the worst case of acid reflux I've ever had in my life. So I only literally just woke up, and I've not seen no messages. How is everyone? Hope everyone's doing well. Let me get Steve. I'm going to TM Steve right now. I ain't seen nothing. Oh look, the poor sod. Sorry, Steve. I'm sending you a link now, my friend. Yeah, I've only just woke up. I've been a nightmare. So hope he gets that. Yeah, guys. Hi to everybody. There's always 16 of you in here. Big up to everyone as well. Yeah, I'm not feeling my best today. It has to be said, guys. And literally, as I said, just woke up. I was up all night with the world's worst acid reflux. It was horrible. And yeah, but I'll be all right. Let's get through this, guys. Let's get through. So I didn't see Steve's DM. He's DM'd me. He's actually just texted me on my phone as well. Sorry, my man. I'll send you the link there, fella. Morning, Helen. How you doing? Charlie Webb in the house. All the Team OG members. Around AFC. Big up. Darwin. Yes, we're going to talk about Darwin. Helen, another Team OG member. Statman. Yeah, send it. There he is. There he is. Mate, you're all right.
Afternoon now.
Yeah, you're good. Oh, yeah, I just saw you. I literally looked at his eyes. I just woke up. I had the worst case of acid reflux you've ever. Oh, it's horrible. All night. I didn't get sleep.
God, nightmare.
5 o'clock this morning. Every time I lay down, it would just all come back up.
Oh.
Absolutely horrible. Hi, Stephen. Darwin. Yes, we're going to talk. Don't worry. I'm fine. Maybe a little bit sleepy. Yeah, I know you feel. At record underscore political school saying the Port Benfica have found total agreement. Yes.
Yeah.
Deal at Anfield. Good morning, Red Fan. Morning, Stephen Owens. Another
Morning.
Team OG member or afternoon now. Hi,
Yeah.
Steve. I think a lot of Núñez. I think it's a lot for Núñez, but it ain't my money. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we'll get to this, guys. Let me just get through his comments. All newspaper in Portugal saying he was signed for Liverpool. Yes, that man. Tuesday, Jesus Christ, I'm way behind.
We've had a good conversation in the chat, just waiting for you, mate.
Yeah. Marshall said that we want to see it. Yeah, we definitely want a midfielder next, no doubt about that. More of your comments in a minute, guys. Let me just introduce Steve and just do some housework first. So, guys, obviously, there's 42 of you watching already. So, guys, make sure you go and hit that like button and subscribe button if you can. Any of the mods, if you can put up Statman's channel in the live chat, I'll be appreciated so people can go and subscribe to him as well. Don't forget the like button, guys. Also, there is Team OG membership now on the channel. So if you want to come a team member, like Helen, like Liz, like Stephen, Charlie, just some of the ones on the chat right now. It's just £1.99 a month, guys, for Team OG membership. Let's go and check that out. And yeah, we're going to talk about Núñez today. We're going to talk about Núñez and how the Liverpool fan base is completely split down, right down the middle. One, that Liverpool fan base don't like we're spending money when they complain that we don't spend money. Weird. Yeah. I've never seen anything like it. And two, people are worried that Núñez isn't the player we should be going after. So let me just, before I get into all that, I just want to shout out all the members because that's what their membership gets them. So let me just shout out all the members to the channel, then we can carry on. So let me just get the list up. So members: Stephen Duffy, Stephen Owens, Savarian, Dugout Football Channel, David, Liz, Charlie, Andrew, Sabiri, Ivan, Helen, John, Ricky, and Rage and Pot. Be up to all you guys as well. You are the members of the Team OG. So thank you very much for everything, guys. And remember, everything your membership goes towards is to improve this channel, guys. So, you know, it helps better equipment and stuff like that, make this channel look even sexier than me. Right. So, Núñez, Steve. So,
yeah.
I did a show yesterday yesterday morning, I think it was, and I was titled it about Danjuma because before I went to bed, all the talk was about Danjuma. Yeah. Woke up in the morning, about to do the video, breaking news about Núñez. This was yesterday. So we didn't really speak about Danjuma much in the end.
No.
Everyone's going on about, we'll get to the things people are going on about his weaknesses later, because I don't think that's much of a problem. But yeah, Liverpool, they look like they mean business this summer, my friend. And we have been crying out for an attacker. Is this the right number 9 in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, he's a striker. I know that everyone's been going on about his pass completion of 52% pass completion, but when you're a striker, your main objective is to get the ball in the back of the net, and he's done that in abundance. In the Portuguese league, 23 goals. I think he's had 4 assists this season, which isn't fantastic, but at the end of the day, his job primarily is to put the ball in the back of the net. And we've said it numerous times now, these players who come to Liverpool, they're not the finished article, but as soon as Klopp gets his hand on them, he turns them into world-class superstars. You just have to look at Salah, Van Dijk, Mane, Bobby, etc. So I've got pure confidence. Klopp is going to do a fantastic job with him. He's going to hit the ground running. And I think in a way we change our formation a bit as well, just to obviously adapt him, because we haven't had an out-and-out number 9 since the Suarez days, really, have we? So we're going to have to change. And I think that's only a good thing, mate, as well, because sometimes, not last season, but the season before, obviously COVID season, there was times when we got to 60 or 70 minutes and we didn't really have a plan B. So we've got to, even if he starts on the bench the first few games, he's something to bring on as well. It's a different option off the bench if he starts on the bench as well. So I can only say you're being positives for me, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Let me just give through some of these comments. So 6 times in the house, big up yourself 6 times. How you doing? Well, my man, you're doing well, fella. Why is it all United fans love Núñez now? They think he's rubbish and overpriced. Okay, afternoon, Jamie. Afternoon to you, Stephen Owens. I'm fine, Jamie. How's you? But I've had better starts my day. Ali. Hi, Stephen. I think Núñez will pay that money very quickly, in my opinion. So do I. Savage in the ass. Be up, Jane Statman. Yeah, all good, Savage. And I've got your you're on Twitter at last, Savage. You're on Twitter at last, so I can send you links now, my friend. So
happy days. I'll follow you, mate. Not a problem.
Makes me laugh. Núñez is expensive. Literally, Declan Rice is valued at 120 million. Yeah, I know. Good morning, lovely Liz. Ras in the house, end of season worst YouTubers award. Rant expressions and troops.
Oh dear, that troops.
There's Steve's going to subscribe and hit his channel up. Imagine if we get Bellingham after Núñez. No,
I see that happening, mate. I think we're going to do something.
I think Saints go happen. I don't think this is the end of it. I think Julian Ward is spending money, and we're going to get Julian Ward and talk about what he's doing so far. Hi, Helen. If Klopp wants Núñez, I'll back him. West Ham interested in the Ox. Yeah, I'm going to get to that one as well. So, guys, because I've got Steve on today, I won't be able to go through your comments as much as I did, just to keep the show moving. But what I'll do, guys, I will always put your comments on the screen so everyone can see them as well. Buzzing about Núñez, I think will do well for us. I would join Jay if I could, but it's not available in my country. No worries, my friend. Afternoon, Jamie and Statman. Hope you guys have a great morning / afternoon so far. 4-4-2 for front four, Darwin, Trotter, Mo and Lewis. It's going to be dangerous. Everyone says Núñez is like Cavani, but he gives me Torres vibes. Not going to lie. Either of them will do. Liverpool's bid and suddenly Núñez is overrated. I love it. Way faster than Cavani. Yes, he certainly is. And hit like and subscribe. And Daz in the house. How you doing, Daz? Joe, you heard about the 7 players in release. Yeah, we're going to talk about that as well. But yeah, with this Núñez talk, guys. So let me see if I can find some stuff here. So Sam Wallace from the Telegraph has just tweeted that as well. That Liverpool expect Bayern Munich to meet Sadio, the £40 million fee for Sadio Mane today.
Yeah,
which will help fund the Darwin Núñez arrival. Is it Pipe Sierra? The journalist.
Oh, yeah.
who broke the Diaz news, is basically backing everything he said. Everyone said about Núñez so far. It's definitely happening. Apparently, Jürgen Klopp has already spoke to Núñez on the phone as well. He's saying, so yeah, it's all. It looks like it's all going. Tapping merchant, as Eddie say as well. He literally copies and pastes. I've just noticed this about Fabrizio Romano. He literally copies and pastes what other people have said, and then he says it.
I said it to you as well, Jamie, didn't I? I said a striker would come in before Mane goes. I said that because we would be held to ransom knowing that we're desperate for a striker, especially if Sadio was to go. So I think the club have done right by getting in Núñez before, obviously, Mane goes.
Yeah, totally agree. Klopp and FG are serious. This sounds as Black Hammer. Yeah, they are. By the look of it, right, guys. You know me on this channel. I like debating on both sides of the coin. There's no one-dimensional over here. And I said that I did think Liverpool will have a big summer this year because Jürgen Klopp extended his contract for a reason. I always think that. If Jürgen Klopp weren't happy the way everything was going, he would just see the 2 years out. But he signed a contract for a reason. I always think they knew Mane was leaving. I've said that for a while now. I know it's only just coming out like the last couple of weeks, but I have an inkling that they always knew Sadio was leaving. They always had a feeling Sadio would leave, and Mo, if he don't sign his contract, he will leave as well. And we need to reshuffle the front three. Klopp himself, he wants to remold this front three in the summer. And I said it I've been saying it on my channel last couple of days. With midfielders, look who we've been linked with. Everyone's about we need an attacking 8 midfielder. We've only been linked with defensive-minded midfielders. Yeah. Tchouaméni, what is basically a sort of defensive-minded midfielder. He can play the 8, he can play the 6, but that's his job. Yeah. He's not goal-scoring, attacking midfielder. So we were linked with him, and we were serious on Tchouaméni as well. It's just that Monaco decided to up the money by 100 million euros, and Liverpool ain't going to pay 100 million euros for a midfielder. I don't think anyone should. 3 figures is attackers, in my opinion. I don't think any midfielder.
Not unless you're Manchester City, anyway.
Yeah, unless you're proper special. Should be 100 million pound, in my opinion. Especially a defensive kind of midfielder. That's just nuts. And then we've been linked with Calvin Phillips, who I think is a no-go now because of his groin injury. And I think the other one is Sangara from PSV, who's also a defensive midfielder. And is Lemire? Is it Lemire?
No, don't go anywhere near him. No.
Yeah, and he's the other defensive midfielder, Lemire. He's a bit not as good as Sangara, but he's got a bit more pace about him. So I said on the channel the other day, mate, I said, for me, Liverpool are looking to play 4-2-3-1 next season. And I think Klopp's always wanted to play 4-2-3-1, but we fell into the 4-3-3. So when Klopp came to Liverpool, he didn't like Benteke as a forward, didn't rate him. Let's be fair, he's never really rated Origi, otherwise he would have played him. Yeah. He's never really rated him, so as a 9. And then he had Bobby Firmino in the club. And because he had Bobby Firmino in the club, he always wanted to use Bobby Firmino. So he used him as the main striker, knowing that he ain't really that. Yeah. And then he had then he got Mane in the following summer, and the summer after they got Salah. So we had this 3 up top that he sort of fell into. But because it worked so well, there's no need to change it. You don't change anything that's broke, do you? No. And we just kept that thing going all the time. And I think now he wants to go back to that. Because I think we've not been fanned out. I don't think we've been fanned out. Some people think we've been fanned out. I don't think that's true. You don't do what we did this season if you've been fanned out. But I think what it is, teams are finding it a bit easier to play against us now. And I think that's the difference. It's what Ancelotti said. Ancelotti said again in his press conference after the Champions League when he said, Liverpool are actually easy to set up against because you know what they're going to do. So I think Klopp wants to reshuffle the midfield and go 4-2-3-1. I think he wants 2 defensive midfielders. At number 10, which is Carvalho. Maybe not straight away. Build him up slowly. Build Carvalho up slowly. But you can play like a Sangara and a Fabinho in that midfield too. You could play an advanced midfielder who won't have to worry about any defensive duties. So you could actually play Thiago a bit further forward in that advanced role. Because then Thiago ain't got to worry about his legs going backwards and defending. And you can just leave Thiago in that attacking area because his passing is out of this world. And he played in that position a little bit for Bayern Munich one season when they had 2 midfielders, and he could get up the field a little bit more. And then you can have him behind a Núñez, and then Salah on the right, Diaz on the left. Then you've got Bobby and Jota on the bench. And, I think he wants to go back to that. I think the last 2 seasons we've turned into a bit of a high press but possession-based football team, ain't we?
Yeah.
And I think he wants to go back to that sort of like heavy metal, direct football with that workman-like midfield that shores it up at the back. And I don't know. That's what I think, my friend. I'll let you have a say on it while I just go through his chats.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like I said to you, with Núñez signing, he's not going to, with us spending all this money, he's not going to be a player who's going to be sitting on the bench, because that would just be silly to pay that sort of money for him to sit on the bench. We're going to have to change it up, and I believe, Jamie, what you're saying with playing the 4-2-3-1, you've got Thiago and Fab, who will be the 2 holding midfielders, I would have thought. And then obviously, like you say, Salah on the right, Diaz on the left, and obviously Núñez through the middle. And it's like you say, we have to mix it up a bit, because, like you say, managers can easily sort of plan to play against Liverpool. If you look at it, you could probably name sort of 9 of the 11 who are going to be starting, whereas with obviously Pep and so on, he could pick an all different 11 and no one would have a clue. So it's just about just trying to mix it up a bit, which is why I think we're going obviously for Núñez. He's something different, and most importantly, he knows where the back of the goal is. And yes, we scored quite a few goals last season, but having a natural striker will make a huge difference as well.
Yeah, exactly. Julian Wall came to this summer like John Wick, done it for everyone.
And as well with to Jamie, don't you think it's 100 million too much? It's a lot of money, isn't it?
It's a lot of money for Tchouaméni. Yeah, I mean, so when Liverpool were very serious about Tchouaméni, the deal was around 50, between 50 and 60 million euros, which is perfectly fine for a player of his age, quality, and the position he plays in midfield. But the problem is, when Real Madrid come knocking, and Monaco know Real Madrid got money to burn, the price goes up, don't it? And you're not going. There's no point getting in the bidding war. And at the same time, Tchouaméni actually did want to play for Real Madrid, so I think he would have been happy to come in for Liverpool. I don't think he would have been disappointed at it, but he wanted to play for Real Madrid. There's not much you can do. There's not much you can do in that. We just move on and find someone else. I trust our recruitment. I know a lot of people. I see people in the comments are a bit mixed on the price for Núñez. It looks like it's going to be £85 million, which is 100 million euros, but it won't be. We ain't paying that straight up, guys. It's going to be like,
it'll be structured.
That's why it takes us a while to get deals over the line sometimes. Because people are worried that we just don't pay the deal up front and get it all sorted. Because we're not Man City, we just can't find 90 million in the couch and just go, here you go, there you go, it's all done. We have to do the instalment thing, but I think there'll be a structure in place. I think they'll go 80 million euros up front, which is 60 million pounds. And 20 million on easy add-ons. Apparently, that's the word. Which will then be about 80 million. Which will be 80 million pounds, which will break Liverpool's transfer record by 5 mil.
Yeah.
And I'm all right with that. The only problem we got now as Liverpool fans, though, we can't talk about we don't spend money anymore when we say we're the underdogs, because we have now had. It'll be the 10th most expensive signing in football history. Darwin Núñez, by the way.
It's like you say, Jimmy, you can't please everyone. That will have a go at the owners saying, "Oh, well, we don't spend money." But then when we spend money, it's we've spent too much money on a player. He hasn't even came to the club yet. He hasn't put on the shirt. He hasn't kicked a ball. But they're already saying that it's too much money. It's just Klopp. You know what he's like, mate. When it comes to players, he would have scouted them for at least two years, if not more. He knows what he's getting, and he's certainly not based it over the 2 games that he played against us. Because fair enough, he did play very well in that game, but like I say, it's 68 million what it works out pounds wise, but it'll be structured definitely a bit like what we did with Jota and Thiago in some way. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like 20 million per year or whatever, something like that. We'll pay or whatever, something like that. Break it down. We never pay the lump sum all in one go, do we?
No, exactly. Yeah, Liz enjoying the emojis there. Big up, Liz. Membership perks. Núñez great, Fabinho amazing, Ramsey good. Now we need a DM and push another attacker. Yeah, I don't know if we get another attacker. I mean, almost 100 million euro outlay for one attacker is a lot of money on one player, and I do think a midfielder is now their next player they go look at. Sangara at PSV has a 37.5 million euro buyout clause, which is about 28 million quid, which is
nothing, is
it? Liverpool can do. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the next one in. I wouldn't be surprised. I know they're very highly thingy on Calvin Phillips because of the homegrown factor as well. That maximum homegrown players. But he's got to be between 60 and 70 million. And with his injury record, it's just not worth it.
Very true.
Yeah, Núñez great, Fabinho amazing, Ramsey good, and then we need a demo and push for another attacker. I mean, right, there is one thing. So a lot of, I'm not going to call out Liverpool YouTube channels, but a lot of people are upset because we've seen the list of players that are leaving. I mean, Lord and Saviour Divock Origi has gone. Always much love for Divock. No one will ever have a bad word to say about that great man. Much luck to it. I hope he smashes Italy. I really do. I love the guy.
I think he will, mate. I really do.
I love the guy. I love Divock. Obviously, Dixon Bonner went as well, which I was surprised about. That Dixon Bonner.
Ben Woodburn.
Ben Woodburn. I mean, he should have gone years ago. Dixon Bonner, though. Well? Dixon Bonner. They were very high on. Dixon Bonner. So I was shocked that he went. Ojo, is that Ojo? Ojo, yeah. He's been tinkering with leaving for a while. So we'll get rid of it, people. I think the Ox will go. I think apparently West Ham were very interested in Ox. I came out with West Ham a while ago as well. So
yeah,
it's nice to see that David Sullivan's watching.
So is this a bit, mate, where we'll maybe put the feelers out for a swap deal for Jared Bowen?
I mean, that's if we're going to get another attacker, I can see it being someone like Jared Bowen because he'd be homegrown.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I don't see us getting two foreign attackers in because of the homegrown factor. So if you go and get another attacker in, it's probably going to be a homegrown attacker. But
yeah,
they have said Carvalho's going to play in the front three this season and eventually go into the number 10 role. That's what is coming out of the club. That's what a lot of well-known Liverpool journalists are saying, that they expect Carvalho being the part of the front three and push to play that number 10 role in the future. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think Carvalho will just play. They see him playing left, right, and middle. They reckon he can play all over the three. So Carvalho might be the one that comes in on the right, maybe at times for Salah if he needs a rest and things like that. And I think because Salah's got no World Cup, he's got no international football to speak of. I think they're just going to use Carvalho as that right winger and go next season for a Salah replacement. It's the thing is it's gutsy because next season every club in Europe knows we need a right winger. So do you do it now with a year to go and then just get him now and then he comes in next season? So I can see people's opinions in that. But then who do you go and get that knows Mo Salah's going to play majority of the games and you're going to be
that's
fit
the
in?
thing.
That's the problem. But I think it's got someone like Jared Bowen. That's why I say I don't think Jared Bowen would kick up a stink too much. He knows Mo's going to play a lot of games. But we all got to remember, guys, we've got 5 substitutions next season. This is the thing. 5 substitutions next season is going to play a massive role because I think it'll stop a lot of injuries as well. I don't think you see many injuries next season. Training injuries and things like that. But because you've got 5 subs, you can. I mean, you can't. Klopp has probably always wanted to give Trent more rest than he does. But because of the 3 substitution rule, he could never afford to take Trent off.
Yeah.
How you're getting Calvin Ramsey's coming into the club by all looks. So Calvin, when the 5 substitution rule, you can take Trent off after an hour.
Yeah.
Put Calvin Ramsey on that right back, and you still got 4 substitutions. It just
Exactly.
opens up so much. And look, Taki Minamino, would I like him to stay at the club? Yeah, probably. Just take the Origi spot.
Yeah.
But we're looking for 17 million from him. I can understand. I know a lot of people. This is one thing I will get to, Steve, and I'll get your point in it as well. I've seen a lot of people argue today on social media, some Liverpool YouTube channels, which I won't mention, have been talking about it as well, that they're a bit upset that we're losing our depth in the front areas. Because at the beginning of in this season, we had Diaz, Salah, Jota, Bobby. Who else am I forgetting?
You said Mane.
Mane, Origi, and Taki, which is 7, yeah? My thing on this, when people say about the squad depth, he never really used Taki and Origi.
No.
Yes, Taki played 11 games last season, but they're all in the domestic cup competition. Yes, we won in domestic cups because of Taki's performances.
Yeah.
I don't think Origi played. I'd be surprised if Origi played double figures last season. I mean, it's just so when they talk about squad depth, Klopp didn't use them anyway. We're going to go to Núñez by the look of it, Salah, Jota, Diaz. Who else am I forgetting?
Bobby.
And Bobby. So there's your 5. That's 5 forwards. And if we're going to play 4-2-3-1, you've got 2 strikers on the bench. So cover is there. Cover is there. So I'll get your shot on that, my man, what you think of that.
Yeah, definitely. It's like you say, as long as he uses the 5 subs, because he did use it in obviously the Champions League last season. So the squad depth's there. I mean, like we're going back to Klopp's contract as well. I don't think he would have signed unless he had them assurances of these. He would have said, I want this player, this player, this player. I'll sign a new deal if we're definitely going to make signings. And you've got to evolve as a club anyway.
Sorry, Steve, to cut you off. My wife left the tea bag in the cup.
Oh dear.
That's a no-no.
Oh dear.
Go on.
Crazy. But it's like I say though, you've got to evolve as a club, and it was eventually going to happen anyway. We're going to have to mix up the front 3 because of the age alone anyway. So all clubs have to do it. That you can't stay around forever, can you? So
no, exactly.
I think this was one of the main reasons why Klopp signed the contract, on the assurances that this would be a big transfer. I think it's the biggest transfer window since Klopp first came in, when he had that massive overhaul to do. I think this is probably the biggest season now to do it. I mean, we haven't spent that much money, and we've still obviously been pipping Manchester City or catching them up, being 1 point behind them for 2 out of the 3 seasons as well. So it's just crazy. We haven't spent money. Now we're spending money. We've got a good chance to obviously win the lot. Really, why not? We came so close last season. So yeah, I mean, like I say, you've got to obviously evolve, and you can't have these players around forever. So we're starting the rebuild now. I don't think it'll be the end of it, and I'd love Jarrod Bowen to come on board as well. I think that could be potential, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do get Jude Bellingham. I think we'll do the similar sort of deal what we did with Naby. I think we'll obviously bid from this summer, obviously with an intention of getting him next summer, because Dortmund only sell 1 superstar a year, don't they? So why not get him in now, ready for next season as well?
No, I agree, mate. I agree with everything you said there. Charlie Webb with a £2.49 super sticker. Big up, Charlie Webb. Thank you very much, Mark.
Big up, Charlie.
Yeah, guys. So, yeah, thank you very much, Charlie, for the super sticker. Really do appreciate that, my friend. It's really kind of you guys.
I've put a few dad jokes in there for you as well, mate. I don't know if you've got to them yet, but put a few dad jokes in for everyone there.
Big up, Charlie Webb. As Ed was gone to Nice to be their sporting director. Yeah. He's gone to the land of biscuits and Nice biscuits. Love Nice biscuits. Michael Edwards, let's get on to it. Michael Edwards, fantastic for us. Absolutely fantastic for us. I saw a tweet yesterday, and someone said, was Michael Edwards always being too tight with the coppers? Julian Ward has come in straight away, done the Diaz deal, because that was his deal. He did the Diaz deal, and now he's going to break our transfer record for buying Darwin Núñez from Benfica. So I saw this tweet and I was thinking about it, and I went, maybe, but maybe as well, FSG have just loosened up the ties a little bit. Look, Liverpool always sell players when they have a big outlay. They always will. That's just business. But if you look at a lot of clubs, they do exactly the same thing.
Exactly.
Apart from Man City, I think Man City might be the only team I know in the Premier League who don't have to sell any assets when they spend money.
Yeah.
I don't think City even sell players usually, do they? They just
usually
go,
they're
don't
just going to go for free, don't they?
Yeah, they don't really sell players, so they don't need to bring. Chelsea, when they spent a load of money, they still sell a load of money at the same time. Look at all the assets they have in the youth system that are loaned out everywhere. Do you know how much money they get out from loans? Because everyone pays a loan fee.
Oh,
The
massive.
loan fees they make up must be massive. So they make money back as well, Chelsea.
Oh, yeah.
They make money back as well. So this thing that we sell to buy, it's not particularly true. What it is, it's just good business sense. Like if you fork out 100 million, you don't want a 100 million pound hole, in kitty. So you sell some assets you don't need no more, and you make that kitty not look so bad. I don't think it's you don't keep players around you like the Ox. The Ox, I love the Ox.
Yeah.
If it go for 15 million and it helps, towards covering the cost of Darwin Núñez, and so be it, because he's not a player that needed no more. Taka Minamino for 17 million. If we get 17 million for Taka Minamino, I think that's a fair price personally.
Nico is going to go as well, isn't he? I would have thought.
Nico Williams to go. Nat Phillips to go. Yeah, Liverpool have already released 7 players.
Yeah.
So they're all off the wage bill. Youth players, whatever, they still get good wages. So it's all good business in my opinion. But yeah, I think Julian Ward means business. I don't think we're finished, guys. I think as soon as Mane's left and Núñez has come in, I think after a few days after that, you'll see that we'll be after a midfielder. And then I think we'll be done. I think we'll be done then. I think Calvin Ramsey's only 4 million. That's just
it's next to nothing, is it?
Apparently he's having his medical next week, ain't he? So Calvin Ramsey will be in. Carvalho's already here. Núñez, by the look of it's coming. And then a midfielder, that'd be 4 this summer. And then in the winter, we bought Diaz. So that's 5 transfers in a few months. That's good going, especially from Liverpool Football Club. I'm just seeing if I can find any more. So there has been an informal agreement on wages with both sides aware of expectations, and Jürgen Klopp is fully on board with Liverpool's move for Darwin Núñez, says the Telegraph. That's 26 minutes ago.
Right.
So, Benfica and Liverpool have had an agreement for Darwin Núñez. There's a lot of these Portuguese newspapers that are very are the ones that broke the story as well.
Wages won't be a problem either, mate, because sorry to interrupt, but I've heard he's only on 30k a week at Benfica as well. I think he'll be on the same sort of wages as what Diaz will be on, sort of 90 to 100,000 pound a week, so wages won't be an issue. I think he just wants to sign. He wants to get the deal done, and Núñez has given every indication that he wants to come to Liverpool over the Manx, hasn't he? So it's all looking good, really.
That's beautiful. So breaking news: Liverpool will sign Darwin Núñez for around £60 million plus extras due to the club, expecting Bayern Munich obviously to meet the £40 million price of Sadio Mane. That is Sam Wallace in the Telegraph. So there's a lot of stuff coming out since we've been on. These are the things that have happened since we've been on. So it looks like it's definitely happening now.
Diallo journal as well, hasn't there? Sorry.
Go on, mate. Go on.
There's been an Italian journal who's came out and said that the deal is pretty much done as well, hasn't he? Someone from Milan, not Romano, but someone else, I believe, who's came out and said that as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's all. Look, we'll go get to things that people don't like about Núñez in a minute. I'm just going to get through some of these chats because these great people. There's 125 people watching, guys. So please, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Steve's channel is in the link in the live chat, guys. Go and subscribe to Steve's channel as well. Let's get the likes up. 54 likes, guys. Let's try and get
guys,
likes.
smash that like button.
100 likes, guys. So take your finger, if you're on your phone and tablet, and touch that thumb button at the bottom of the screen, guys. Touch. Let's get the likes to 100. Yesterday, guys, you hit the 500 mark on likes in one video as well. So, yeah, I wasn't looking at likes, and I was like 30 minutes in. I went, oh, how many likes? Let's have a look at the likes. And it was on like 380. I was like, Jesus. One day right for yesterday. 68 million with potential 17 million add-on 66 times. 17 million a year over 5 years could end up being a bargain. It's certainly kid. Don't forget, guys, kid's 22 years old. He could be with us for 10 years. Exactly. You know, and his wages are going to be around the same as Diaz, apparently, I'm reading here. So that's the 90 grand a week mark. So then Liverpool, you know, and if he's signing a 5-year contract, within 3 years' time, Liverpool can just up that again to around the 180, 200 grand mark for another 5 years. He's going to be with us a long time. This kid's special. His stats, his goal scoring stats ain't far off Haaland's, by the way. I went and checked that out the other day because someone told me about it, and I was like, what? No, his stats, similar ages, their stats for goals, you know, aren't that ain't that different. And then and then someone was like, well, yeah, but Haaland's done it in the Champions League and he does it in Germany. And it's like, Portugal and the German league, it's not much, you know, just you know, there's not a lot of difference. And plus Núñez has been doing it in the Champions League, as we've seen. We can't do a seat and sell a bucket of oil and put a man on there and say it's 100 million. No, exactly. Guys, we've been scouting Núñez before Benfica. Apparently we did. Yeah, I heard that. He almost went to Brighton 2 years ago for 25 million. I'm looking forward to Liverpool versus City games. Núñez versus Haaland, who's going to score more. Yeah. I mean, it's City. Thing is, Pep now, he's like, Jesus Christ, they won't go away. It's going to be like that. They just won't go away. Jamie, every club does instalments except Man City and PSG. Yeah, exactly. I don't get why our fans go mad about instalments when everyone does it. It's just PSG and Man City. That's why PSG and Man City get players cheaper sometimes, because they pay out the 1-out fee. They pay out an out-and-out fee. So if you get something off a catalogue, how much more is it? And if you go to the shop and pay for it, straight away. So you go buy a PS5 in a catalogue, you go spend like 500 quid more probably than you need to. But you can't afford to pay it in one lump sum. Yeah. That's the same with transfers. No difference. Apart from they're not in studio catalogue. Well, we'll technically make the money back from the sale of Mane, Nico Williams and Taki if the Mane deal doesn't happen due to disagreement in price. I don't think the Núñez deal happens. No, it's all happening, man. Yeah. Alhamadic, I believe that's his name, flew over to Liverpool yesterday and they're trying to hatch it all out now.
Oh, did he fly over, did he?
Yeah, he flew over yesterday, and because they faxed the new deal over, the new price over, and Liverpool laughed that it was insulting. Because what Liverpool are trying to say is you're trying to flog Lewandowski for 50 million.
50 million, yeah.
So you're taking the piss a bit. And hang on, can I swear yet? Because apparently if you swear in between the first 10 minutes, you don't get monetized on your video. So, yeah, 40 minutes in, I'm good. Right. I'm afraid for the calendar, it's days are numbered. We need a goal scoring 8, in my opinion. Yeah, well, I can understand why you say that. Do you need aspirin for your headache, Jamie? Jesus. Hit the likes, guys. Scroobius Pip. That's a great name. Yeah. Pick up your Scroobius Pip. Some of out fans need to make minds up uproar. We don't spend uproar if we do. Oh, I know. Yeah. What do a tick and the Eiffel Tower have in common? They're both Paris site. Last year on his deal for Dixon Bonner, yeah, it wasn't his last deal. They didn't want to. I'm surprised we didn't up it because he's Dixon Bonner is a player a lot of people talk about, and he was doing a lot of the video work recently on the Liverpool channel as well, doing their like little game shows and stuff as well. The Till Kit Stubbs is slept on. I have it in the vapor version. Yeah, it's a nice kit. It is a nice kit. It's a nice kit. So Varian in the house, another member, Team OG member. Hi, Jane, big up Snapman.
Big up yourself.
Like stream folks, stop the dad jokes madness. Saka has been linked again this morning.
Yeah.
Right, I've said this with Saka and that. With Martinelli and Saka, they're both very young, so they're both raw. I know a lot of people rave about Martinelli. I just don't think his end product is good enough, personally. He's very quick, very tricky, very pacey, good, very, very good balance, good on the eye. I just don't think his end product's good enough yet, but he's only a baby, so he can get better. Same with Saka. I prefer Saka over Martinelli because he can play multiple positions, but I worry if you're looking at Martinelli and Saka, they've been uncoached at Arsenal. I just think they'd look better if they were, Saka under Klopp would be ridiculous. I'm telling you, it'd turn him into Sterling for Man City. It'd be absolutely amazing. With Saka, I think Liverpool and City, especially, I think Liverpool and City are the only two teams that Saka would probably go to. And when I'm looking at it, I'm thinking both of them. He's got 2 years on his contract. At this moment in time, Arsenal would ask for stupid money for Saka. If Saka hasn't signed his new contract by January, I don't think he signs a new contract. Because if he gets all the way to January and he has still signed one, he goes into the next season, only a year left in his deal, his agent is just going to tell him not to sign one because Liverpool are interested. And, the deal will be cheaper if you don't sign one. So that's how I'm looking at it. If he hasn't signed, if him or Martinelli have not signed a new contract by January, then I think one of them will be available next season. Yeah. I think it more likely be Martinelli. I think Saka might stay because he's an Arsenal boy. But I don't think Martinelli has that loyalty. So I think Martinelli might be the one that might want to go to pastures new, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
We all know Klopp loves him. How do you follow Will Smith in the snow? You follow the fresh print up, Jesus Christ.
That's the last one.
I'm surprised no one has linked with Gallagher from Chelsea. It's been amazing this season. Can you imagine how much it would cost? Evening, Jamie. Afternoon and evening to Andrew, our Irish Red in New Zealand. What's the time here? It must be about 1:45 in the afternoon. Must be about 1 in the morning for Andrew. Big up, Andrew.
It'll be pretty late, won't it? Afternoon, John.
Mr. Conway, how you doing, my friend? This is our problem. This is our problem. Love that we have the 5 subs, but will Klopp rotate? I think he will with 5 subs. I think Klopp felt a bit, I want to take certain players off in a game, but he couldn't because of 3 subs. You see it in the Champions League all the time. He rotates. That's why we got to the final, because he was very rotating that Champions League squad all the time with 5 subs. And I think he will do in the Premier League. I think he will do in the Premier League. But we do need to get a midfielder in. I will say that. We're loving Kunku and Basuma. That will kick us on for the league, in my opinion. Yeah, the Basuma thing. We all know what's happening with Basuma behind the scenes, but he is a tremendous footballer. What about 40 million from Brighton? I think would get him.
I think he's going to Arsenal, isn't he?
Well, he's an Arsenal fan, ain't he? He's an Arsenal fan. If he's an Arsenal fan, that's where he wants to go. I wouldn't touch him if that's the reason. We have Fabio and Núñez to replace Mane and Origi and Taki minutes. Yeah, that is true. Cedric Lopez in the house. How you doing, my friend?
Hi, Cedric.
Yeah, Carvalho in attack as well. Exactly. Big up, everyone. Yeah, of course. Taki was the equivalent of a flip in a house. Do him up a bit, put him in a prem, send him on for 3 times. Bit of house flipping now. I'll get you. It's a good point, actually. Origi had a clause in his contract where if he played a certain amount of games, he'd automatically extend. I think that's why Klopp didn't use him much. Fair point. Also means that he didn't rate Origi either. Otherwise, he would have played him.
Yeah.
And had his contract extended. New fixtures out next week. Snapman, who do you want your first 5 and last 5?
I think we're going to get one of the new 3 that's obviously came up. I wouldn't be surprised if it's gotten it written on the cards that we'll get Nottingham Forest either at home or away first of all. But I mean, you've got to play each other twice, haven't you? So I would prefer an easier run-in if possible. But yeah, you just have to play each other twice, don't you? So there's no easy fixtures these days. But I think I've got a sneaky suspicion that the first fixture will be Nottingham Forest. I wouldn't be surprised if it's away from home. We always seem to play Arsenal quite early on in the season at Anfield. It's normally the third or fourth game in, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's the same. Who else? We normally play Chelsea quite early at Anfield as well, so I wouldn't be surprised we've got them. Last 5, obviously, you want to try and make it as easy as possible. Obviously, hopefully, a few home fixtures in there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, you're doing the fixture release on your show. I'm doing it on mine. I think a lot of people will be doing it. Yeah, definitely. It's an early start, so you'll have to make sure you set your alarm, Jamie. It's 9 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is actually, other than Sky Sports News, is it televised live or anything like that? The actual.
No, they just put it up on the screen as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
And they go through it. They'll have a team of stooges there that no one cares about talking about it. Like Jermaine Genesis or crap like that talking about it. And, Jamie O'Hara going on about how great Tottenham are and just shut up. Yeah, it'll be like that. Might as well watch the YouTube channels. It'd be bloody better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw someone's tweet just a second ago to make me smirk. It's just got like this geezer smoking a cigarette and just like looking so cool and chilled and loving life. And it just says at the top of it, Klopp somewhere on the beach thinking about Diaz, Núñez and Salah. And then Firmino and Carvalho next season. And that is a point. That is their front 3. The first front 3 will be Diaz, Núñez and Salah. And then the backup front 3 to that will be Jota, Firmino and Carvalho. That ain't that bad, you know.
No.
It's not that bad.
Certainly not.
So when everyone goes on about squad depth, I don't know if it's an issue, a big issue as everyone's making it out to be. I really don't. Let me get through these comments, guys. Steve Ivan. Jamie, I've been watching Darwin Núñez comps. Big up. Dave Ellisy chats in the house.
Dave.
Guys, mods, get on. Mod mother, Liz. She's the mod mother. Mod mother. Liz, Pablo, one of you, can you put Dave's link in the chat?
Lovely guy.
Him, please. Yeah, he's a great guy. We need quality in depth, not just the numbers. I hope they bring Kay Gordon into the mix as well. Yeah, I think Kay Gordon will play a lot of pre-season this season. I think
Klopp's he will definitely.
I think Klopp's going to have a good look at him this season. I see Kay Gordon playing a lot of cup games next season. I think he'll be in and around the squad.
Definitely.
Vandalise the like button.
I love that.
Dave is in the house. Yes, he is. 100 watching, 45 likes. Yeah, we've got 146 watching now, guys. And 73
Jamie.
likes. 73. That's how far behind I am. See how far behind I get on these.
Jamie, when is it? When are you doing the what is it? The hot gummy bear and you're dyeing your hair red anyway?
Yeah. So I've got it here. So all this is going to be happening in the summer. It's all my summer content. All my great summer content. I'm just going to look
lethal. That.
Yeah, I'm going to cut it up so thin and just drink milk at the same time. I ain't stupid. I'm just going.
You just need to just put it all in one. Just put it all in one.
I haven't got the greatest teeth in the world, so I don't get stuck in my teeth for like days. So I'm just going like so thinly, just slice it up really thin, and just a bit of banana milkshake after it. And then the red hair, Penny's going to spray my hair all red just for a bit.
Oh, bless her.
Jamie, today the PFA announces who wins the PFA award. Yeah, just give it. They just give it to De Bruyne because because it was quiet for the first 6 months, but that don't matter. Let's hope we get Núñez over line soon. Yes,
that'll be done today, mate. That definitely.
Yeah, Musa Núñez, good player. Let's hope. I think he will. Firmino's teeth. One bad expensive mistake and Liverpool are effed. It's why so many Liverpool fans are nervous over the 8 million. Yeah, I also remember people talking about this when we bought Virgil van Dijk for 75 million as well. We had exactly the same outrage on Twitter when we bought Virgil van Dijk for 75 million. Even Liverpool fans were going, whoa, I like Virgil, but that might be a lot of money.
Yeah.
And now, for me, he's the best player in our team. I always say Virgil van Dijk is still our best player, along with Alisson, in my opinion. And, he's worth 200 million, isn't he? So, yeah. I mean, look at Diaz. Diaz literally just signed to Liverpool, and apparently his market value is 167 million. Did you see that?
Oh, it's gone
He's
massively
like the top 10 most expensive players in the world. He's only just joined. We will have to see in Portugal. He has signed tier ones. Yeah, all the Portuguese teams won. Yeah, listen, I mean, Jamie, what number will Núñez get? Well,
could get number 10, couldn't he? If Mane goes.
If Mane's goes, probably go get the 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Promo in the house. How you doing, Promo? Big up, James.
Promo.
Catch a show. Big up, Promo. Yeah, I don't think you've been in for a long time, my friend. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Been a while. Smash your likes, everyone. Give Núñez the Mane 11 shirt.
That's Salah.
Salah's.
Salah
ain't giving that up. Yeah, give Núñez more. Yeah, the Mane 10. He's never given that up.
Yeah.
That man said the Telegraph last day. I might just. Yeah, I don't like the Telegraph. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just reading out who it is that's saying these tweets. Not Wood. There you go. I'm surprised no other club has made a bid for Mane, although it's still early days. Yeah,
he wants to.
I think Bayern Munich's just his choice, isn't it?
It's because his family's in Germany, isn't it? That's where they live.
Yeah, so, everyone's got to remember, Mane had no one in this country all the time he's been here.
Yeah, exactly. His family live in Germany, so that makes sense.
It makes sense to him, and it's going to be a better life for him. And look, playing in the English Premier League, going every single week is hard work.
Yeah.
And when you get to Mane's probably thinking, I'm 30 now, I've done everything at Liverpool. I can go to Germany and have a bit of an easier life. He knows he ain't stupid. He knows the German league's nowhere near as competitive. And I can tell Bayern Munich will win champions next season anyway. So, good luck to him. It's a smart move. It's a smart move. He's going to get paid a bit more money.
Yeah.
Quite a bit more money. A bit of an easier life. And he's got his family over there as well. So it just makes sense. It makes sense for a man. Big up, Promo. Thank you very much, my mate. I do appreciate it. Big up, Jamie. Respect the hard work you put in. Do you think we have prioritised one central midfielder after Núñez?
Yeah.
If so, who do you like? Well, Promo, first of all, I'd like to say thank you very much for your generous super chat, my friend. Always, thank you very much. Much love to you, my friend. I think we'll get a midfield. I think it's going to be a defensive midfielder, Promo, because I've looked at everyone we have been linked with in the midfield area, all defensive-minded midfielders. Tuchemeni was more of a defensive-minded midfielder. He could play the 8, but he could play the 6 as well. We've been linked with Calvin Phillips. We've been linked with Sangara. We've been linked with Lemire, who's also a defensive kind of midfielder. So I think that's what we're after. I think we're after playing 4-2-3. Remember that?
4-2-3-1.
I think we're after playing 4-2-3-1, and if that's the case, he wants to play 2 DMs in that position. But he might want 4 DMs that can play in that position, or makeshift DMs. So you could have like a Fabinho and a Sangara from PSV to say, and then you've got a Hendo and a Thiago who can play in the positions as well. So you've got 4 there, and then your Harvey Elliott's and your Curtis Joneses can maybe play a bit more advanced and not have to worry so much about the defensive work. Because at the end of the day, Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones are young players. You want them to show off a bit up top, show what they're made of. And I think you don't want to curtail them also with doing the hard defensive work. So if you've got 2 defensive midfielders there and you've got Curtis Jones in front of you, you can tell Curtis, go and do your thing. Go and impress on the opposition's defence and show them what you can do. Don't worry about all this. We got this sorted. You go and do that. And it will also help Trent and Robbo as well in the fullback areas, because they'll have that extra defensive-minded midfielder in that area. And I think I think that's what's going to happen. I think it'll be a defensive-minded midfielder, because I think Klopp sees Elliott and Curtis Jones as the attacking 8 players in his midfield. Now, that's Jürgen Klopp speaking. That's not what I particularly want. I think we should go and get a number 8 midfielder, but what I think the club are thinking and Klopp's thinking, just seeing what's happening at the moment, I think Klopp thinks Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones can do that attacking 8 position or that attacking 10 position. And in time, Fabio Carvalho will then be the number 10 for Liverpool, playing in behind a Núñez. Because you've got to remember, Carvalho played in behind a big number 9 for Fulham, and he was fantastic with it. Also, playing Núñez up front as a big number 9, I think will help Salah and Diaz on the wings.
Yeah.
Diaz is a proper winger. Diaz ain't an inside forward. He's an out-and-out winger. where Salah's not. He's more of an inside forward. Mane was more of an inside forward. I think Diaz is more of your touchline sort of winger, and I think that'll help him. Diaz will have someone to aim for in the box if he gets it on the left hand side, and Mo can play 1-2s with Diaz in around the box. So I think it'll help all round. But yeah, Promo, I think it'd be. I don't know about you, Steve, but I think it'd be a defensive midfielder we get. What do you reckon, my man? Oh, Steve, you've gone frozen. Right, while Steve's frozen, we'll just read these out. He was at Bayern, that is why. I don't get the Núñez hate, as everybody watched him the whole season. I'm sure Klopp and the scouting team know what they're doing. Oh, my bad, Promo. Didn't mean to do that. The phone was in my pocket. No worries. Oh, no, did you time out, Did you time him out? We'll get Steve back in a second. Did you time him out? Oh no. Oh dear. You timed him out. You're in trouble. So Promo, I think 6 times accidentally timed you out if his phone was in his pocket. I was disappointed with Sadio's Retic and Mo's blah over the Champions League, over the CPL months and effing Paris. Thoughts are positive now. It appears FSG have realised it's time to step up financially. I agree. Ali, that must be why. So, mum advice: take some of the funds and spoil your family a little, and we take your time. A little, we take your time from them. You're good, Liz. You're good. The family are good. The family are good. The family are good. Yeah, thank you very much, Liz. That's lovely of you. Really is lovely of you, Liz. Chubby Norris, just a great name. Please tell me this is happening. It is, my friend. Jack, if you want to come on, mate, I can send you the link as well. The Coutinho money has lasted a while. So, Jack, if you want to come on, mate, I can send you the link if you're still about. I think Steve's phone might have died. Let me invite you, my friend. I think Steve's phone might have just given up the ghost. Let's hope he comes back. Jack, so if you're still about, mate, I'm going to send you the link in your DM, mate. And you can pop on if you want, if you've got 5 or so minutes to come on and have your say and all this. I know from you in a while. I've sent you the link, mate. I read Núñez was on 30k a week at Benfica and will be on 80k a week at Liverpool. Mane was on 180 grand a week, so we're saving 100 grand a week on wages, which can go towards another signing. Exactly. Your phone gives.
Apologies, mate. Something tripped in the house.
No.
So the electric went off for a minute. I've just had to reset the trip switch. So apologies, mate.
I've read that. You know, when a light bulb blows in your house and just sends everything off, don't it? Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. That's all right, mate. That's all right. Yeah, I was talking away and it's like, oh, Steve's gone. Apparently, still will take Klopp's next spend to 640 million. It will. Yeah, we got happy. Hope you're all well. Yeah, Jack, I've sent you the link if you want to come on, mate. In 5-10 minutes, whatever you got. If say City, PSG, and now Saudi, Newcastle won't do instalments, bottomless pits. Yeah, that is a problem. Thing with Newcastle, I think we can keep Newcastle away for a little bit longer because. Thing is with Newcastle, it's not like when City got took over. There's so many good teams in the Premier League now. You've got to come over. It's going to take Newcastle a little bit of time. It will take them a little bit of time. They will get there. Don't get me wrong, but it won't be that quick. So you won't. Klopp's net spend is 32 million per season. Nowhere near for. I read it on Google just yesterday. Yeah. We have too many flaky fans that start. Ice cold comedy. Is Darwin more complete than Haaland? Ooh, that's a different video for a different. If I start that now, we're going for hours. But that's the point. Look, everyone talks about Darwin Núñez's link-up play. I know Sam on This Is Football. Yeah, I don't know if you saw it. He had this big rant about Darwin. He's not a Darwin Núñez fan. And Sam is beautiful. He's brilliant. He's very, very passionate. And no one can knock him for it. I don't always agree with everything he says. He doesn't agree. We've been on shows together. He doesn't always agree with things I say. And that's fine. We're all adults, so we can do that.
Yeah,
you know, he had the big thing, and I love the guy though. His passion's amazing, and go and check Sam out on This Is Football if you're not, guys. Great bloke. But I was watching his rant and it got me thinking as well. So I looked into it. Right, so Núñez's pass completion rate, right? So his link-up play is apparently not that good. And as I keep saying, for me, link-up play, Liverpool had tremendous link-up play against Real Madrid. Did the ball go in the back of the net?
No.
This is, I don't care if Darwin Núñez's link-up play in the Premier League is 50% next season if he scored 30 Premier League goals.
Yeah.
That's where I come in. I don't know about you, Steve. The link-up play thing, I think, gets a bit... Because, look, Jota's link-up play is not good, right? But no one talks about it when he scored 1 or 2 goals in a match.
Yeah,
no one does. No one talks about it. So when he doesn't score in a game, what do we all talk about? Jota's link-up play and why he gives away the ball. But if he scores in the game, does anyone ever mention it?
No.
So I think... And he's only 22. He's not going to be... he's going to get progressively better. And look, playing for Liverpool and Jürgen Klopp, he's playing with far better players than he did at Benfica. I mean, he's going to play with Luis Diaz and Salah next to him if he joins. I mean, he's only going to get better and better. He's got Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson firing balls at him in the box. At last, we can spam crosses because we've got someone to hit.
Yeah.
That is the thing as well. He's going to get better and better, guys. He will get better and better. I'm not worried about, personally, these stats about his link-up plays, pass completion. Because I never hear anyone talk about Haaland's build-up play. I don't think Haaland's got build-up play. He's just finished. No. Haaland's just an out-and-out, give me the ball, I can run it 10 yards and put it in the back of the net. That's what he does better than most people in Europe. And I think we just got to get off his back. And I know a lot of people are saying as well, because it's come up as well. So if we're spending 80 million on 100 million euros on Darwin Núñez, why don't we just buy Haaland? And I'm like,
no.
It's because Haaland's transfer fee was 200 million. The whole package for Haaland was out of this world. Firstly, he's on between 400 to 500 grand a week. Then the money that went to his agent, or now because unfortunately his agent passed away, so it went probably to the firm he represented or anything like that. And then the money that went to his dad also was as much as the transfer fee that went to bloody Borussia Dortmund. And then the sign-on fee, the whole deal was around 190, 200 million. That's why Man City were the only team that went for him, because they're the only ones who could afford it. Real Madrid at the time Real Madrid and PSG were locked in a battle for Mbappe. So they took their eye off the ball a little bit. So Man City were the only team that could come in and go, right, we can afford that financial package. And that's why. Darwin Núñez is going to cost 100 million euros, but 90 grand a week.
Yeah.
It's just great business. And I don't think he's going to be that much worse than Haaland at Man City. The chances we create, ain't it, Steve? The chances we create as a team.
We create so many.
Darwin Núñez, if he signs and joins this club, he's got to feed, ain't he?
Exactly. And let's not forget, Núñez is paid to put the ball in the back of the net. Like you say, he wouldn't be compared, say, if he has a bad game and but has 80% or 87% pass completion rate. That's not going to make a difference if we don't put the ball in the back of the net. That's what he's there to do primarily. So I agree with you, Jamie. I think I don't really care too much about the pass completion yet. It would be better to see. It would be great to see it up there a lot higher. But his main priority is to get the ball in the back of the net. So if he scores 30 goals this season coming, then surely that's money well spent, isn't it? Really. So for me, yeah.
Also, Cavani told Núñez not to go to United because the players have too much power at the club. Yeah, Cavani hates United, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He don't like United. I think it's hilarious. United are in a shit. They can't buy players. I know United. I'm being like Man United influencers, YouTubers, social media influencers, and all that from Man United fans. They're like, we can't compete with Liverpool for top quality players now. Yeah. That's what it come down to. Because it was Man United were further in negotiations with Núñez before we were. And we just went, Jürgen Klopp only had to make one phone call. That's all it takes.
Exactly.
And at this moment in time, United, I keep saying it, Man United are where we were 10, 15 years ago.
Mm.
If we went after a player United were going after, we just weren't going to get him.
Yeah.
And now it's them. It's the other way. And at this moment, I saw a tweet from a Man United-based journalist, but so I think it's a journalist for a national newspaper, but he's based in Manchester, and he does Man United news and all that. And he was basically saying that it's now Man United can't compete with Liverpool for top signings because Núñez was their top target. They said if Liverpool went for Frankie de Jong tomorrow, Frankie de Jong go Liverpool instead.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter about the Eric Ten Hag situation. And, Ten Hag joining up with him again and all this sort of stuff. If Jürgen Klopp makes a phone call and Liverpool are interested, de Jong go Liverpool instead. And I know a lot of people have said we should go and steal de Jong from Man United. So that'd be hilarious. That'd be absolutely hilarious.
Exactly.
So Jack Murph 71 in house. How you doing, fella? I hope you're well, Jamie.
Wow.
I'm currently in Crete on a beach.
Enjoy.
So you're on a beach, tanning yourself up and watching me at the same time. Beautiful, man.
That's the pull you've got these days, Jamie. Yeah.
Beautiful, man. We're gonna get Saka on a 3 in 2 years. Let him play in experience for Arsenal now. I'm telling you, I think either Martinelli or Saka are not going to sign a new contract with Arsenal, in my opinion. I'll be surprised. Apparently, Arsenal want to give, because you know how desperate Arsenal get, so they're offering a Saka over 200 grand a week, ain't they? Which is mad. He's a good player, but 200 grand a week already. Then what they got the same problems they always do. When it comes to 2 or 3 years, when he wants a new deal, how far up do you put it? This is the problem.
Exactly.
I'm amputated a man's big toe and replaced it with breath mint. I gave him a tic-tac-toe. Right. Can you imagine how good Klopp could make Saka?
Yeah.
I spoke about Saka ages ago. Hang on, what's the time on these chats? 12:43. What's the time there? 1:10. See how far back I am, Steve. This is every day.
I know.
We got Doug as well. Doug, if you're around, you can come in, mate. Let me know, and I'll send you the link. Oh man, like Houndsy, how you doing, my man? What do we do with Mo Salah's situation? How long do we leave it? And even if we sign Núñez, we are still one attacker short. Well, one attacker short till SWAT. Well, we got Salah, Núñez, and Diaz. That'd be Liverpool's front three if you play in a 4-2-3-1 formation or a 4-3-3 formation. That'd be Liverpool's main three. Then the second three are Carvalho, Jota, and Bobby Firmino. That's the backup front three. That's 6 forwards. I think we're all forgetting Carvalho. I think that's the thing. I think because Carvalho's a youngster who's come from Fulham, he's a tremendous footballer. And that's why Liverpool ain't loaning him out, because he's a tremendous footballer. I can understand as well people saying we're not forgetting Carvalho, but he's young, we need a bit more experience. I can understand that at the same time. But if Klopp thinks Carvalho's ready and he's going to play him, then that's why we're going. That's the 6 forwards we got for next season. Am I back yet? Pat, yes, Promo, you're back. You're back, Promo. Yeah, I think they accidentally, I think it was 6 times. Go and beat up 6 times. It was his fault. Red FSG's net spend is between 210 and 250 million total in 12 years. Yes, 12 years. Yeah, and look at the players we have bought and the team we've assembled. This is why I'm not on this FSG out train, but I'm also not FSG in train. I always say on my channel, Steve, like yourselves, we're all adults and grown-ups, and we can look at everything on both sides of the coin.
Yeah, exactly. It's been about being objective, and that's the thing.
If they've done something wrong, you call them out. If they've done something right, you praise them.
Praise them, exactly. We're all, like you say, we're all adults. Football is an opinion-based sport, and people are going to have opinions. Some people will agree with your opinions, some people won't. But like I say, this is the platform to have these sort of discussions and just air out whatever disagreements you may have, but do it in a respectful manner, which we do every week anyway, to be honest. So, yeah.
Exactly. At 6 times is okay. Adam's the best of us. It certainly did, Promo. Thank you very much for your super chat. I read it out as well, my friend, and answered your question on it as well. Thank you very much for that, Promo. I do appreciate the love, my friend. Thanks, Liz. Now I know who to blame. Williams Tropical Farm. How many transfers do you think we'll get this summer, and who would you be your favourite players? I think we'll go get the 4. So Carvalho's in, Ramsey's in. Hopefully Núñez is coming in, and then a midfielder. I think that's 4. And then Diaz came in on the winter. So within what 6 months we got 5 players. I mean, it ain't bad going, guys.
No,
it's not bad going. Who are my favourite? I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't really have like that favourite thing. I just love the club. Jürgen Klopp. There you go. Klopp's always the answer. Klopp's always the answer. By the way, he was the biggest contract of anyone who's. By the way, everyone talks about Mo's contracts, Mane's contract, this contract. The biggest contract they got signed for Liverpool Football Club is Jürgen Klopp's.
Definitely.
I was just about to say Forest, however, I want one of them teams or Chelsea. Just how far back I am. It's got a question got half ages ago. Jamie, I think Klopp goes hard on 2 big comps and takes the cups lightly. Yeah, I think I don't think it take lightly, but
he'll definitely play the youngsters.
I think he will, because of the 5 sub rule in all competitions next season, ain't it? It's the league, the FA Cup, the League Cup, the Champions League. It helps everything, especially for the bigger teams to play the kids in a lot of the domestic cup competitions and have some first team squad members on the bench.
Yeah.
So you can bring all 5 on if you need to. So even Man City, I wouldn't be surprised because of that rule. Man City start playing a lot more kids in the domestic cups next season, more than their first team, like Pep has done over the last few years. Because I think if Liverpool get a midfielder in this summer, it's just City and Liverpool next season yet again. I don't see no difference.
I don't see that changing anytime soon.
No,
John.
I mean Chelsea apparently go by Dembele. The man's got no hamstrings. Big up Steve, you cheating bastard. What is this cheating bastard thing about?
So basically, when we're down in Liverpool, I opened the first bottles of beer, but when I tried to open the first bottle of beer, it just squirted everywhere, went all over my face, me top, trousers, everything. So Luke, when it was his turn to open the next ones, he got the twistable Budweiser bottles. So instead of opening it, he just twisted it open. So John obviously said what he said there, but then he said the same again when I was playing pool, because I was doing the no look shots at pool, doing the Bobby Firmino trick shots at pool. So he just kept on calling me that, and I think it just stuck from there that he was anyone who said anything, he basically just said, "You cheating bastard," basically. So
beautiful. Can someone update me the Núñez situation? Have we made a bid on what's happening? Is it looking good? Right, let me just go on Twitter quickly and have a look.
Yeah, I've just had a look before. I think they're all
at the moment. It all sounds quite positive.
Yeah.
So at the moment, Dave O'Cop on Twitter is saying Liverpool expect Bayern Munich to meet their 40 million valuation of Sadio Mane, and that helps fund the deal for Núñez. They expect both to happen very soon. Pipe Sierra, Portuguese journalist, said that Núñez has given his priority signing to Liverpool from Benfica and has already spoke to Jürgen Klopp. Now everything is ready for the Reds to finalise the negotiation with Benfica. They're working on it, no deal yet. When they say no deal yet, a lot of people get a bit, what do you mean no deal yet? I thought it was done. It's because it just hasn't been signed. It's just Liverpool, spoke to him. If everyone spoke, it's going to happen.
We just need to wait for the picture of him on a Blackpool roller coaster, don't we? And then we know it's official.
A bowler in Portugal report that the transfer of Darwin into Liverpool will be closed in the next few days. Headline reads Darwin almost a Red, and that's like the marker in Spain, in Madrid. That's like their main source. And the record in Portugal reports exactly the same thing as a total agreement between the clubs. It's definitely happening. It's definitely happening. And Liverpool and Benfica have found a total agreement for Darwin Núñez with a deal of 80 million plus additional 20 million euros of achievable add-ons. The striker will sign a 5-year deal at Anfield. And Dave Maddox said Liverpool proposed structured deal for Darwin Núñez. Won't match Benfica's valuation of 100 million outright, but are prepared to pay around 65 million down and add-ons after, which is, by the sounds of it, Benfica have accepted, and then you get some Man United fans in it. Jay Motti off the Stratford
Yeah.
He's a Manchester United fan. He hates Liverpool, and he should be like this. So, but he is actually a nice fella. So Liverpool signed Núñez for 85 million. That means Klopp signed the fourth most expensive Premier League player of all time, the second most expensive defender of all time, and the second most goalkeeper of all time. Working miracles and absolute shoestring. Now, to be fair, if I was a rival fan of Liverpool, I'd think exactly the same thing. I'm not going to lie. I probably would feel exactly the same thing. I think we have got to stop saying now that, we don't spend money, because we do. We do. Even if we use that money from sales, we've still spent that money, because you don't have to spend that money because you sold them. But we have spent that money. We did buy, at the time, the most expensive goalkeeper in the world till Chelsea broke that with Kepa. We did have the most expensive centre back in the world till Man United broke that with Maguire. See these bad transfer deals.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, we're going to get Darwin Núñez by the look of it. So, we can't keep going into next season going, we're the underdogs and stuff like that. We just got to put it on face facts now. We do spend money.
We just don't spend as much as obviously.
We just don't spend it like City do, because they don't have to sell players. But we still spend money. We Salah's and Mane's and Fabinho's and Thiago's, Van Dijk's, Alisson, Núñez's, Diaz's, Jota's, the quality players that we spent money on. I mean, they didn't. So we've got to stop with that, in my opinion. I didn't think Núñez was worth 75, but if FSG are willing to pay, then I'm happy. Let's get the midfielder in now. Yeah, I mean, how many times do we actually get it wrong? This is the thing. So I've seen, I don't know how true, Liverpool made Bellingham the number one centre mid. I would believe this, to be fair.
Yeah.
They're aware of how much it would take, 95 million being prepared. Also, Sangara is an alternative if we can't get Jude. Now, there's rumours at the moment that Bellingham could be sold this summer if they get the 85 million up front. So that's what Dortmund are saying. If they get 85 million for him this summer, he can go. So, but you don't see what I find weird about the Jude Bellingham situation is that I thought there'd be more teams after him.
Yeah.
You don't hear. All I hear is probably Liverpool, Man United as the two teams after Jude Bellingham, and we have the advantage in that because Jude Bellingham is a secret Liverpool fan anyway, and he would rather play for Jürgen Klopp. And
who wouldn't, to be fair?
Exactly, and he's got Trent there, Henderson there. He's got people we know.
Yeah.
So it's easy for him to come into. And his family's in Birmingham as well, which is only like a couple of hours up the road to Liverpool. So it's all. He could even live at home. Really, he could go back home and live in Birmingham. Really, and just travel. It makes sense. The deal makes sense. I think it's something Liverpool can do. If Liverpool are proper serious and we get Núñez, and then we hear next week we're making a bid for Bellingham, I think I'll faint. Everyone's YouTube channel is going to blow up as well because everyone you just put Darwin Núñez and Bellingham in your thing in your channel and just go through the roof. It'd be mad. It'd be absolutely mad. I hope it does happen, but I've got a feeling it's not going to. But for that reason, I don't think it's not going to happen. I just don't think it'll happen this season. I think it'll happen next season. Because, as I say, no one's really making noise about Bellingham apart from Liverpool.
I think, like I said to you earlier, mate, I think we potentially sign him this season, obviously on the basis of getting him next season, like we're doing with Naby. And I think, again, it'll be structured like we always do. So I think that deal does happen. And I wouldn't be surprised if we bid for him this summer, obviously on the basis of him coming next summer, because if worse comes to worse and we obviously still have the same midfielders as we did last season, it's not the end of the world just for one of us, one more season, get Bellingham in for next season. It's not the worst case scenario, is it?
No, exactly. 340 likes. Big up, everybody. Much love.
Well done.
Much love. And 165 people watching, guys. So make sure you subscribe to Steve's channel as well. Make sure you subscribe to myself and hit the like button. I've put a goal of 2,000 subs by the opening day of the Premier League season, guys.
You're going to get that, mate.
We're almost on 1,600 now. So that's my 2K. My 2K goal is at the start of the Premier League season, which I'm hoping I can do.
You'll do it, mate. Definitely. I mean, I think I'm only one off 250 at the minute. So I mean, even if everyone who's in the chat at the moment go over, if you don't mind, and just sub to my channel as well as obviously Jamie's if you haven't.
Sub away, guys. Sub away. You know what to do.
Yeah.
Whack if you can put your link in the chat as well again, mate. So people can do it.
Yeah.
You've seen that fraud Southgate pushing for no Big Six games before the World Cup.
Yeah.
Madness. Yeah, Southgate can do one. The most Right, I watched the England-Germany games. Everyone knows. I did the watch along. Ant was with me doing it. Right, I was doing the watch along for this game, right, and it was so negative. We have got such a talented attacking team, and we played 3 at the back and 2 wing backs, and within the first minute, Germany got in behind us.
Yeah, I remember.
We're just not good. But then the last 10 minutes of the game, he put all the attacking players and went on the front foot, and we looked great. Just do that from minute 1.
He's just so negative. I mean, Klopp hates him, doesn't he?
Yeah, Southgate's just one of their managers who goes into a game not to lose instead of going into a game to win. He's just one of them very defensive, protective coaches, and I'm sick of seeing it. You can play Reece James, Kyle Walker. Look, Kyle Walker has got to be, for me, shipped out this England team. I like Kyle Walker, but we've got to move on with the future, and the future is Reece James and Trent. And for me, Reece James can play in a back 3. Trent can be your right wing back. You get the best out of both then. Reece can play in that centre-back position. Especially if you play him on the right-hand side of it, so he's got legs. Then he can cover Trent's right-back position when Trent gets forward. So you can play both of them. Trent and Reece James both need to play for England. You just got to work out how to do it. It's simple. Just do it that way. You got to stop playing Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice as a pair. It's annoying.
Yeah, they're 2 similar players anyway, aren't they? That's the problem.
Play Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham with each other.
Yeah.
You know, Bellingham can get forward. Declan Rice can do his box to box and defensive work. Stop playing Saka. I like Saka, but Jack Grealish, he looks decent when he comes on for England. Play Grealish off the left. Play Sterling off the right. Play Harry Kane through the middle, and just attack and go for it. And what we got to lose? You know, I think England could do well in the World Cup if they do that, but we're going to play 5 at the back against Iran in the group stages. You know what I mean? It's just going to be, if we play a back 3 with 2 wing backs against Iran and like Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice in the midfield against Iran in the group stage, I might just not watch England ever again, because that'd be a
trouble to watch, mate.
I annoyed Liz. I'll get to Liz. Jamie Phillips will chat. Bobby can get the 10. Núñez to number 11. Big up, Shamrock. How you doing? And Liz with a super chat. Big up, Liz. Penny better get paid for screen time. She's a star.
Is.
He gets paid. Don't you worry about that. You know, you can't pay the shop without getting everything. There's no, don't worry about that. But big up, Liz. Thank you very much, Liz. I do appreciate the love. Thank you. The mod mother, as we call her. Yeah, I annoyed poor Liz yesterday because I said, because someone asked me we do World Cup watch-alongs. I went, I'll probably do a watch-along every single day.
Yeah.
I'll probably do a watch-along every single day of the World Cup, and I'll just pick the best games, because there's usually 3 games a day in there. So I do, I'll pick the best games, do them watch-alongs. And I said, I probably won't do someone like America versus Iran. And Liz went,
this is American. Yeah.
The United States. And I went, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant if it was England versus Iran, I probably wouldn't do that either. I've just got no But Liz really put it on me as well. It'd be great touch to see Núñez wear the number 97. Liverpool fans have. That would be a touch, wouldn't it?
It would be.
My bad, fat fingers off my phone. No worries. I get what you meant anyway. Paul Joy said we would target a similar play if we missed out on Tuchemeni, which is a defensive kind of. That's what I'm saying. A defensive, because Tuchemeni is not an attacking midfielder. He's that workhorse, technical, defensively kind of midfielder. Need to take Millie's number 7. Oh, don't let hear you say that. Roger, I'd run. Look, she's already on that. Jane Freaky Milner, MBE, his number. Big up Steve as well, says promo, of course. Agreed, it's time for Millie. Oh my God, 6 times. You guys, you've got to be careful. Do you think we will go for Bellingham this summer, says Usman? Yeah, I hope we do. I do honestly think we do. I can see maybe Liverpool doing something where they get him next season, sort of like the Cater deal.
Yeah.
Where we bought Cater, but he stayed at Leipzig for the following year. Mane wants to be sole striker. That's why he went to why he wants Bayern. Fair enough. It's all good, Jamie. I'm back. Excellent promo. Thank you. And is wasted on Millie. Don't get much game time. We need to see that famous number more. Jesus, Raging Book. Back, Jamie. Jamie, I think it'll be a hybrid midfield. He can play 6 and 8. Yeah, great. Power trip. See, look, that's that. Look, you've been back half hour now. Hey up, lads. Do you think we'll get Núñez? Paul in the house? Yeah, I think we will. Carmino, Jamie, hope get Darwin Núñez best player. Big up, Carmino.
Definitely will get him.
Tom Izzy in the house. Well one, Jamie. Hope you're well, mate. Big up, Tom Izzy. Hope you're doing well, man. So I was going to do a debate show tomorrow night, but I'm actually going to leave it till. I'm trying to think what day I'm free. I'm going to do it Saturday night instead. So if you're free, Steve, Saturday night. So I'm going to do a debate show about 8 p.m. Saturday night, and we're going to talk about all the transfer roundup. We're going to talk the Núñez thing. Hopefully, we know it's basically done by Saturday night.
Yeah.
And look what's going on in the future. Looking at the midfield roles. So if you're free, Steve, Tom Izzy, if you're free. I think Rods will always be free. Love Rods. He's a great Rods. Savage, if you're free. If you're all free at 8 p.m. Saturday night, guys, just you all got my number. Just DM me. Just text me, WhatsApp me, whatever, and we'll get it all sorted. Any news in Núñez? Not checked the news today. So yeah, it's all positive at the moment, Raging Pot. All positive, my friend. I think Dave, Jack, and Doug have all left. Yeah, I think that. Núñez is the bottom 2% of strikers pass actually, but he has a better conversion rate, goals per shot than Benzema, Haaland, and Lewandowski. Let's go. Exactly, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Dave back on the 19th. Dave, how you been, my friend? Hope you're doing well. You're exactly right. We spoke about that earlier. I don't, if he has a 2% pass accuracy, but scores 40 goals a season, who cares? You know what I mean?
Daz has made a good point in the comments. England versus Italy's on at that time. I didn't know if you were doing the watch along.
Oh no, I can't do another England game. No, I just can't do another England game. I've done 2 now, and I watched the maximum of 40 minutes of both games and just chatting to the chat. It was Daz, I can't do it, my man. I'm here. You send it on Twitter, mate. Yes, Jack, I've DM'd you on Twitter, I believe.
I think that was about half an hour ago, though, that mate, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did I? Or did I not? I think I did, actually. No, I didn't. Jesus Christ. No, I didn't send it. There you go, Jack. I actually put it in his Twitter, but forgot to press the send. Jack, it's there now. If you are about, Jack, I did send it, my man. I did send it. I'm really sorry. I didn't press
send. Now.
I just left it in there without pressing the triangle button to send it. Liz, I'm not disagreeing. Virgil for 75 is a bargain. Then Maguire for 80 million. Laugh out loud. Yeah, exactly. 640 net spend. That can't be possible. Newcastle gone for Botman. Yeah, Botman's been wanted by Premier League players for about 2 years. Now he's going to go for a free, I believe, isn't he?
Yeah.
Asa Hoff in the house. Big up to you, my friend. Just watch how all the other teams will be jumping on the net spend.
Oh, there will be. There will be.
He's had humble pie upbringing. Klopp seems to love them type of players. Very hard working. Yeah. I mean, I went back. Me and my mate Grant. I was around my mate Grant's house yesterday. I ain't seen him in a while. Spent some time together. Great laugh. And we went back and looked at Núñez's goals against Benfica. The man had a hat-trick of offside goals, and they were close offsides as well. I forgot about him. The man was offside by that every time. His movement was fantastic. That little chip over bloody Alisson as well.
No.
And then he beat him on a one-on-one as well, which not many people. His finishing was clinical. Yeah. Clinical. His movement was fantastic. So I look forward to seeing him. Really, I'm looking forward to it. Ranger, I know, I completely understand your opinion. It's an American expression. Exactly, Jamie. What's the point of link up if you're not clinical? Also, he'll improve on that. Yeah, exactly. Our problem is being clinical with that one chance. Exactly. Look, we had great link up play against Real Madrid. No one was clinical, put the ball back in the net.
Yeah.
17 times. Calvin Ramsey and Núñez are a done deal, but we still need a midfielder. 37-year-old Milner and injury-prone Thiago Cahill is just not good enough to close the gap. 1 3-point gap against City. I do agree. I do agree with that. That's why I think we will get one.
Yeah.
I think that's why we'll get LFC Aaron in the house. Big up my friend Afternoon lads. What's the latest on Núñez? So yeah, it's the same as yesterday, Aaron. Same as yesterday, my friend. But you probably already heard me say that because I'm so far back on the chats. Go guys and girls. Universal Client, have a nice ever. Big up Helen. See you later. Helen, see you soon, Helen. It'll be interesting to see if Trent's assist rate goes up with Núñez. Yeah, it will, won't it?
Yeah.
I disagree, Jay. Even when Jota was bagging goals this season, especially the second half of the season, people still got to him for his overall display. Well, that's mad.
Yeah.
That's mad. Just enjoy the player for what he's doing.
Exactly.
Looking forward, Núñez. Wow, big up Sean. LFC Aaron, 68 million with another 70 million add-ons bid for Núñez. OB Nest. Don't mind these fake Liverpool fans. They act like it's their money. Yeah, I know it's weird, isn't it? Also at Dortmund, when they would counter teams, the two main players who were involved in those counters were Sancho and Haaland. Apparently, when Bayern triggers the Mane deal, Liverpool go ahead and sign Núñez, so we're basically waiting for Bayern. Yeah, it'll be done at the same time. It'll be done at the same time.
It'll be done today.
Yeah, like Steve was saying earlier in the show as well. You don't want to sell Mane first, and then Benfica will be like, "Oh, we'll put an extra 20 million on that because we know you need to replace him." So you can see, I can see the understanding there. Núñez will have to hit the ground running with that fee, or pundits will hammer him if he don't bag goals. His gameplay is not the best. Yeah, he will. I mean, look at the chances we create. I wouldn't be surprised he scored his debut.
Yeah,
I mean, we create so many chances. It's not like, we create what, 20 chances a game. He's going to have plenty of chances.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, Núñez will score between 22 and 28 goals in his first season getting adjusted to the Premier League. I think he's going to do bits. I think we need what Madrid did with Tchouaméni still with us. They couldn't get Mbappe, so they went for Tchouaméni. Did the same with Núñez. Couldn't get Tchouaméni. We're going for Núñez. Yeah, exactly. I'm afraid that Núñez might be a flop, says Paul Smith. Paul, my man, that's happiness, my man. Happiness, Mr. Worldwide.
That's from the comment earlier on, isn't it? When the guy was in Crete, wasn't it?
Yeah. Has the Núñez deal been confirmed? Not yet. Who's going to replace Salah long term? That's a great question. Mm-hmm. I have no idea right now, but that's a great question. I don't think it might be a multiple players. It might be a multiple players because you aren't going to find a right winger with his goal rate in Europe for that price. Sorry, true. I can't do. I just thought, Saturday night. Yeah, because Friday night, I'm on the. Let you know, guys. On Friday night, I'll be on the Man United Agenda show. I'll be on the Man United Agenda show. We're doing a Premier League 1 to 11. There's quite a few of us, so I'll put that in my community post for everyone to follow so they can check it out. Yeah, so I'm doing that Friday night at 7 o'clock, and then that's why I'm going to do the debate show. Saturday night, I can't be asked to do And by the look of the views as well, I looked at my views and a lot of other people's views that did the England watch songs, and they're not great. So I don't think a lot of people are interested anyway. No. So Liz, don't ruffle my feathers. Webby in the house. We need an Origi type striker, good enough to make a difference, but willing to be rotated with fewer games. Who do you think fits that criteria, Jamie? Maybe for the youth. Because to buy a striker in this market now, the way the money is now in this market, that you go to say he's going to do an Origi kind of job, very difficult. Very difficult.
Very true.
Maybe it's going to have to be through the youth. Maybe it's going to have to go through the youth. I would love Origi to stay. Really would. Just to do that. But obviously Jürgen Klopp didn't rate him. This is the thing. If Klopp didn't rate him, he goes. It's as simple as that. And I think Klopp might put Kate Gordon on the bench more next season with the 5-sub rule as well. So you might see Kate Gordon play a bit next season.
You've got that What's the one that's scoring all the goals?
Yeah.
Hopefully Connor or something in it. Hopefully
Yeah.
He's looking decent as well.
Mane Diaz, Firmino Diaz, Firmino, Núñez, Jar, Salah, Elliott, Gordon. Yeah, exactly. It's a heck of a forward.
Cavallo as well, as he said.
Yeah,
Cavallo.
I think he said. No, he hasn't said Cavallo.
No, he hasn't. No.
No, Cavallo in there as well.
Mm.
Who plays on the right side?
Neither one of them two.
Neither of them are comfortable with that role. I think out of either of them, it'll probably be Carvalho because of his age. If it's going to be any of them, it'll be Carvalho because of his age, I would say. Yeah, I'd say it'd be Carvalho because of his age. Because when you're a youngster, you're always played out of position, ain't you?
Yeah.
You find your position. So I don't want to see Jota on the right ever again. Jesus.
No.
He just can't do that. Núñez is world class. Liz loves her emojis. I think 4-2-3-1 would be an amazing formation with Carvalho playing in 10. Núñez up top, Diaz on the left, Salah on the right. Just Jason Hogan. Big up to you, Jason Hogan. Yeah, that is amazing. Guys, if you're new around here and you're just in for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm on every single day of the week. Lots of Liverpool chat. I do talk about other teams as well, but mostly Liverpool guys. I do every single Liverpool watch along, post-match, call-in shows after, previews, reviews, match reactions. Yeah, this summer I've got a lot of things lined up in the bag, guys. So we'll be doing a lot of pre-season stuff when that kicks off. I'll be doing pre-season watch-alongs, pre-season chat. I'll also be doing I'm just doing the homework for it right now. It's taking a little bit of time, but it will be coming out this summer. So I'm doing season reviews from 2010 to the season just gone. So we're starting with the Roy Hodgson season and seeing how absolute trash it was. I'm going to get up the squads, the games, the matches, the ones with all the games through the whole 38-game calendar, the cup game where we lost to Northampton at Anfield in the League Cup. So we're starting from there, going up to the season we just finished. So it's taken me a bit of time, but that's the summer. We got to August till the season kicks off, so we've got plenty of time. Have a bit of fun on the channel. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and also make sure you go and check out Steve as well, my good friend.
Cheers, my mate.
Check him out as well, guys. 356 likes, guys. Let's try and get this to 400 likes. 400 likes before we finish. We're not going to quite finish just yet. We're going to keep going. 400 likes. Take your finger. Hit that thumb button on your screen. Keep tapping it. Let's get to 400 likes, guys. We're also getting Basuma. We need him. Real Madrid and Man City have more world-class midfielders. Liverpool had 2. More at least. Basuma needed as Oxlade-Chamberlain leaving. Yeah, I agree, Sean. I mean, Real Madrid are doing a madness. They replaced their midfield 3 already. So they've got Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Valverde are probably playing that midfield 3. That's Real Madrid move differently to everyone else, let's face it. They just move differently. But they are back from the King of Spain. So they literally can. They just take the government money and put it in their club. It's just madness. Man United fans are salty as F. Darwin chooses Liverpool over there, and now he's not worth the price we are paying for him. Oh, I know. If Man United got him, they'd be like, you wouldn't hear the end of it, would you?
Oh, yeah.
Please don't forget to like the stream. Hope the next big news after Darwin will be the Mo's new contract. Yes,
fingers crossed.
Let's bask in the glory of big players wanting to come to Liverpool and not take the man. So, well, sweet taste. Yeah, that's Ivan using the membership emojis there. Big up, Ivan. Rage button on mate. Continue. James Phillips put chats. Also, we also only sell players that want to leave or doesn't fit what Klopp wants, like when Klopp came in and cleared out. Yeah, that's what we said earlier on, Jamrock. Exactly. He will make the ball rolling, says Neville. Fair enough. I don't know what that means, but fair enough. But remember, there are injuries every season, plus League Cup, Champions League, regular season, FA Cup. We need a stronger bench.
Agree with that, Sean, mate.
Of course we do, my friend. Also, Jamie Patty, Almira get 20% of the Núñez money for a sell-on clause. Yeah, I mean, 20% of like 8%. Not much, is it? Gavi over Jude, or I'm Gavi over Jude as well. I'm going to say it right now. If I could choose between Gavi at Barcelona and Jude Bellingham, I'm going Gavi. I know he's 17, but Jesus Christ,
he's unbelievable.
He's exceptional. He's going to be the next big. He's going to be the best midfielder in the world in a few years' time. I'm telling you right now, he definitely will be. He's the right midfield for us. I subbed to Steve Channel. Big up, Ivan. There you go.
There's Ivan.
Brent should push on. Says Denzel. Hendo and Jude. I take it you mean like it further upfield.
I think it was when you mentioned about the England
yeah. Further forward. Darwin can't play in the front three based on his skill set. We'll have to go to. I think that's what we're doing. 4-2-3-1.
Yeah.
We've got many. I mean, we have played 4-4-2 a few times this season because Pep Linders likes the 4-4-2, and we also play 4-2-4 in some games this season. So I think we're going to be becoming a bit more, flexible in our formations, which I like, which is good. Watching from Dubai, big up Denzel. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, my friend. If Núñez gets over 30 plus, exactly. Crazy boy, big up to you, my friend.
Good mate.
Get through all these chats, guys. Exciting. You guys ain't got the cojones to put your money where your toy mouth is. Okay, Leo. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your chat and your view. It helps the channel. Thank you.
Yeah.
Núñez de Jong to Liverpool. Jamie, don't forget England Italy on Saturday. Yeah, I mean, I think more people would rather watch a debate show on this channel than the England Italy game, surely. They should all want to play in the Champions League. Exactly. I don't really know anything about Núñez apart from the 2 games played against us. If Klopp thinks he's good, then it's good enough for me. Yeah, Klopp does like buying players that play well against us. Exactly, quite a lot. And he's got it right. Look, Jürgen Klopp's transfer record is fantastic. I think everyone forgets what he did at Dortmund. He bought an unknown Polish striker from a Polish club for $3.5 million, and he became the generation's greatest striker.
Yeah.
So Lewandowski, the man's just got eye for talent. Klopp's got eye for talent. That's one thing I love about him. It's difficult, and he ain't afraid to play him either.
No,
he's not afraid to play him, even if they're young. Tom is I'm in, mate. Apparently, us in Brunei can't monetize on YouTube, so we can't join as a member. However, I'm trying to activate my UK bank account card back, so I'm able to pay supers and member the VPN. Oh, big up Tom, is he?
Big up, mate.
Can't do that in Brunei, my man. But big up to you finding a way. I mean, that's massive. You didn't have to do that, but big up to yourself, Tom. Is that's a beautiful thing, my friend. Welcome to Liverpool. Yes, Ian in the house. Good afternoon, guys. Hi, Ian. I'm going so far back. Sorry, Steve.
No, it's all right, mate.
So far, that's what it's like on this channel. We just go through chats.
What happens when you get big, mate? I haven't got that problem yet, but fingers crossed.
We just have a laugh with it. We just have a laugh with everyone and just have a good time. I'm lost where I was now. Oh, hang on. Sorry, guys. I've actually lost where I was. I was there. I was on Tarmizi. There we go. There we go. Hit the like button, you blanks. I mean, yeah, hit the like button, guys. But you're all lovely people.
You certainly are.
Hi, Liz. Oh, John Conway, you up yourself. John Conway, big up yourself. Thank you, Jamie, for the great content. John Conway, thank you very much for being a subscriber over here. First started. Big up, John Conway. Much love. Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate it. Big up, John Conway. Yes. And Marvin as well. Big up, Marvin. Keep it up, James. Marvin James. Beautiful. Thank you very much, guys. I do appreciate it. Love it. I really, really do. There's Steve's channel. Make sure you go and sub to him. Let's get him up, guys. Let's get these subs flying for him. We were in desperate need for an actual striker and a poacher finisher. Reminds me a bit of Fowler. With a striker, we would have scored in the final. Something I feel we're lacking against big teams this season. I agree, Jared. I agree with that. I do think Núñez played in that Champions League final. We win.
We had the chances, didn't we? So, yeah, definitely. Exactly.
After we get Núñez, who do you think we're signing summer realistically? Realistically, I think we go for Sangaya at PSV. Personally, my opinion. I think it's a £29 million buyout clause, which is about 37.5 million euros. I think Liverpool could do that quite easily. Don't need to fund any transfers for that. So I think that's what they'll be looking at. The Bellingham deal, you're looking at, I mean, the thing for Bellingham, there ain't a lot of assets left that we can sell to make money up. So that would mean FSG would have to actually spend their own
Yeah.
money and make that money up later down the road, which they might think is worth it for him. So if they think that's worth it for him, they'll do that. So it's a wait and see kind of thing at the moment, I think.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
look, we're spending money, guys. At the end of the day, we are spending money, and that's the main thing. Just looking at, we got 1,577 subs. When we started, we started this video this afternoon, guys, I was on 552. So massive sub upgrade since we've been live. So big up to everyone.
Well done.
Subscribe to the channel so far. Webby, great video today, JMP. Webby, thank you very much, mate, for your generosity there and your super chat. Strive investment, is this true? More than likely, everything's true. Yeah. What about Fabio Vieira? Yes, Yannick. I think someone said this earlier on in the chat as well.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to, by the way. But yeah, Fabio Vieira. Now, apparently, he has a buyout clause of 17 million euros. That's what's been said in English. In Portuguese papers, they're saying 40 million euros, which is still on the low end of 30 million quid. Don't know about you, Steve. I don't know how much you've seen of him, Steve. He's a young player. He's a young midfielder for Porto, ain't he? And he looks a talented player. Obviously, he's got legs in the midfield. He's got an eye for a pass. What do you think about him?
To be honest, I haven't really seen much of him to make a judgment, but he seemed to be getting rave reviews. So I'm sure. Afternoon, Niall. I'm sure, obviously, if he does sign, he'll be another great addition. But yeah, I haven't really seen much of him, to be honest, to even make that sort of decision. But if we're linked with him, we must think he's a decent player. So why not? Yeah, cheap enough as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's what I've seen of him. I've only seen him. The thing is, though, back in even 5-6 years ago, we used to get a lot more football on TV. I swear we did. Yeah. Now it just seems to be everything's Premier League or Champions League, but you used to get Spanish leagues and.
Remember Football Italia?
Yeah, Football Italia on Channel 4 used to be.
Yeah,
I love that. And then Saturday morning with your breakfast, you watch the version of Match of the Day, wasn't it?
Yeah, Go Lazio.
Oh, yeah, great stuff. Used to love that. But yeah, so really now, people like Fabio Vieira, I've seen him play Fabio Vieira. I've seen him play for Porto in the Champions League, especially when he played against us in other games. And he looks decent. He looks like a player that can get about the pitch in midfield. He's got an eye for a pass, and that's what we are looking for. So, and he's at that age as well. He's at the age that FSG and Liverpool like. So, and if it is true, it's only a £14 million release clause, 14 or 17 million euros release clause. For me, we'll go for it.
Yeah.
Scene 92. Hopefully, we bring a playmaker like Chiesa from Juventus. I'd love Chiesa.
Yeah, I do like him.
He's got an injury at the moment, ain't he? Got that bad injury, didn't he? I don't know if he's still out with it, but he got it in. Was it in the? Was it last season? He got a bad injury, wasn't it? I don't know if he's still out with it. Cruise ship, wasn't it, or something like that? He did, wasn't it?
Yeah. Because he played in the Euros, didn't he? He played.
Yeah, it was in the Euros. He did it, wasn't it?
Yeah, he played in most of that.
Yeah, I like him, but I don't know. Yeah. So David MacArthur says, Vieira looks absolutely amazing. Hi, no, Kai, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well.
Kai.
Here's the cop. Hope you're doing well. Peter Nepal, you'll never walk alone. Big up. Here's the cop. Chris in the house as well. Big up, Chris. After Niall, Mr. Kai, Mr. Welch. News says Núñez agreed a 5-year deal, working out price. I know it's all good news. It's all good news. Rams in the house. Rams, if you're available, you want to come on for 5 minutes, my friend, have your say, Rams. Let me know if you're still in the chat, Rams. And if you are and you want to come on 5-10 minutes, have your say on this, my friend. I'll share the link with you on Twitter. Any news on Calvin Ramsey? I think the Calvin Ramsey thing, what I heard last night is Calvin Ramsey will probably be finished by next week. He's coming back from his holidays in Dubai that thing. So he's coming back from his holiday and apparently he's going to have a Liverpool medical next week. That's all done. I mean,
it's all done, yeah.
The 4 million thing, his wages won't be a problem. It's going to be like 20 quid a week. It's not. it won't be a problem. It won't be a problem. Help Steve. Yeah, that's all. Get Steve's up. Hello, Liz and fellow live chatters. Have a joyful day. Big up, Liz. Hi, Liz. How you doing? Connor from the Cop Council in the house. Well, afternoon, lads. Hope you're well. Liverpool spending 100 million. Who's holding John Henry to ransom? Connor, if you're free as well, you want to come on, let me know. Hi, Steve. How you doing? Sup, fellas? Just on my lunch break and saw you were live.
Edward.
Always live, Edward. Always live. I'll rewatch when I get back. Darwin is the man. Edward, if you're free Saturday night, let me know. Give me a text or something. Get on the show Saturday night. People are asleep on Amadou Hanera from Leipzig. Good shout to replace Genie. We're still talking about Genie. Jesus Christ. I know a lot of people are still saying we haven't replaced Genie. I don't know. I don't know about the old replacing Genie.
I think the only thing that we've missed about Genie is the amount of games that he played, to be honest. Other than that, we've obviously missed that, of course we have, but have we really missed him, obviously, since he's left? I mean, look what he's done at PSG. He's playing next to nothing now out of the Netherlands squad. So it just shows, obviously, if you leave Liverpool, you generally don't go on to bigger and better things. But yeah, I mean, of course, when he was a Liverpool player, fantastic player and a fantastic asset, playing the amount of games that he had done. But do we really need to replace him? I think we've still got quite a lot in midfield as it is anyway. I think we're plenty in there, to be honest. So I don't think we miss him. Do you, Jamie?
Not the player itself. Not the player itself. But I think we miss his ever fitness and reliability.
Yeah, reliability. Yeah,
his ever fitness and reliability and his legs in that midfield is, I think, what we missed out of the Genie. As the physical footballer, I don't think we missed him that much because look what we've done in the league. It's no real difference when Genie was there.
Yeah,
but the reliability and the legs in midfield is what we missed.
That's what we missed. Yeah, definitely.
Because if Genie was available in that Champions League final, I don't think it would have been any different, say. Because, Thiago, if he weren't fit or was fit and Klopp weren't sure on Keita, Genie would have played. I don't think it would have changed much. Things like that.
Definitely.
Good Kai, hope that I should treat you well, mate. I prefer the lesser known names with the odd no names players. I think the pressure and expectation is left on both players. I can see what you're saying. A little time is it official? Not yet, my man. Not yet. It will be hopefully by the weekend. I like the refreshing of the squad. It keeps the players hungry and on their toes. Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a minute once I finish these comments because I've come to the end of the comments now, last. He's a great young talent, one young player of the year for Aberdeen. He's their right back who gets forward. He reminds me a bit of Trent. He's got pace. He will learn from Trent. He's still young. It's mad that he's going to learn from Trent, and Trent's only 23.
Exactly.
Just shows how good Trent is, don't it? He's very Trent-esque. What I've seen with Calvin Ramsey, he's very Trent-esque in the way he can deliver a ball and pass the ball. But people tell me he's also got like the energy of Robbo at left back. So that's a good player to have. Ram. We got Ram. Guys, go and Ram's got his own YouTube channel now. So go and check him out, the Ram Stand, guys. Go and check Ram's out. Mods, put Ram's link of his channel in the live chat, guys. People go subscribe to him as well.
I'll go and subscribe to him now. What is it, the Ram Stand?
Yeah. I feel as though we need to buy a bargain midfielder worth a max 25 million, and of course Calvin Ramsey as well. Yeah, I agree, Ram. I agree. I'm free Saturday night. When you thinking from where you taking me? I am taking to the world of YouTube, Edward. 8 p.m. mate. Come join. Would Genie have made a difference against Madrid? He did score big goals. I don't know. When players are comfortable, they are subconsciously drop off and don't put in 100% team, and the team gets stale and predictable. Yeah.
Just up to you, the Ram Stand, by the way, mate.
I'm free for a little bit. Yeah, Ram, I'm going to send you the link on your DM now, mate. All right, and you can come in for a little bit, my friend. Let me just get to your Twitter. All right. So let me just get that in. Steve, anything you want to say while I'm just doing this?
No, I mean, obviously, just I think we've covered quite a bit already. It's just I don't know what next is to discuss or anything, but I think the good thing with Núñez, I think we've already covered anyway, but he's just he's natural raw talent. He's 22, and like you've already said, Jamie, we've got him for at least another 10 seasons. Even that'll only take him up to 32. It's absolutely crazy. I think we're getting an absolute steal here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's going to be, I'm pretty sure the deal will be all done and dusted within the next 24 hours. I can safely say that. We normally get players done pretty quickly, don't we? Players want to sign for Liverpool. It's just getting this structured payment sorted, and then I think that's basically it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I agree. English Premier League will be back. It's an interesting time when it's awesome. Yeah, I can't wait. Milner another year. I think it's going to help around the youth team when he
Definitely.
Yeah, I think I know a lot of people are going on the Milner signing. He signed a year with very reduced wages, very reduced. Man was on that K a week. He's now apparently on around 80K a week on a year deal. That's a testament to the man himself as well, by the way. It's not a lot of players take a massive wage cut to stay around for a year. Yeah. And I think he's big for the dressing room and the youngsters in the team as well. You talk to them youth players, the young players in that squad, I bet they all look up to him. I bet they all want to be in the future. Guys, thoughts on Simon Jordan's comments on TalkSport saying today the Premier League AGM is a chance to stop nation states being able to own football clubs. Too late for it, ain't it? That's what you got to do. The ones that are already owned just got to stay there, and no one else can come in. So if you do that, you limit. It's not fair to the other teams that have the chance to sell oil state clubs and come in to compete. That's why I don't like the. That's why I don't like the thing that happens in Germany with the fan-owned clubs.
Yeah.
Because Borussia Dortmund can never overthrown Bayern Munich financially because of the fan backing by 1%. They can never be taken over. So Dortmund can never be taken over by an oil-rich club or something like that, become an oil-rich club like a Man City or a Newcastle, and really go at. So the fan-based stuff is not always the way to go either. Simon Jordan does have a lot to say. Sometimes I like what he says. Sometimes he can be a bit of a dick. Sometimes he talks sense. I will say Simon Jordan's Marmite, isn't he? He's complete Marmite. You either really like, a bit like Piers Morgan. They're all the same.
I just don't like how they've got links to the scum, haven't they? That's all. That certain newspaper, shall we say?
Yeah. That's why I don't listen to it no more.
Yeah.
The only time I see TalkSport is when I see clips of it on YouTube or Twitter, or like put things up and I listen to what they're having a blabbing on about. But they pick on Liverpool all the time. All the time. And I'm not surprised considering who owns it. Murdoch's company, ain't it? Great show, guys. Hit the like button, people. Big up, Jared. Ram, I've sent you the link, my friend, on your Twitter. So if you're free, Ram, come in, my friend. So I sent you a link, Rams, on your Twitter, my friend. So if you're free for 5-10 minutes, want to come in and have your say, come in, my friend. It's in your DM in your Twitter, Rams. Jamie, we see the best of Genie when he plays at counter-attacking teams. Yeah, that is very true. And I think that's how we might be going back as well. We might be turning back into that counter-attacking team.
Yeah.
Ilias, do you want Pulisic, Jamie?
No. Definitely not.
I would have taken Pulisic from Dortmund, but not Pulisic from Chelsea. Because something you didn't know about his injuries. Like in Dortmund, he did have the odd injury, but it weren't this bad. It is at Chelsea. He's like, he's sick note, ain't he? London burning sick note. That's what he is. Do you remember that, bro? He's
London burning. London's burning, yeah.
He's sick note. He's totally sick note. He plays one game and then goes missing for 3 months. Yeah. He's a talented footballer. Don't get me wrong.
He is.
Super talented footballer. But not for me. Not for me.
Definitely.
But if he came from Dortmund straight away, so I think Klopp was interesting when he was at Dortmund.
He was.
But we have players in them positions that are probably better at the time. So, no. Pulisic, Chelsea would want too much in wages to be a problem. Jared, man, it's so refreshing when people are just honest about a team and their performances is what needed without sentimental agenda. I do agree with that. I think we are a very sentimental football club. I do think we are that. Yeah, I've said this before. I think we might keep hold of players a bit too long at times and want them should maybe move them along to get fresh blood in. I mean, look at the Mane and Salah stuff. Look, it's all very sentimental. You don't want to believe, right? But at the end of the day, Mane's 30. He's had 6 great years at Liverpool. He's won everything. Is he going to be the Mane he was when he was 28 years old? Of course he's not. He's going to move on. Rams is in the house. How you doing, my friend?
Hi, Jamie. I think it's my first time I'm being on the.
It's your debut, my man.
It is a debut, long-awaited debut, but
How you been?
I'm here now. I've been better, but it's very exciting news. Obviously, Darwin Núñez has come in. He's looking to come in.
Yeah.
I don't know what the whole issue is about him as a player, because for me, I think he's a talented player, very, very talented player. Very good striker, a very good goal scorer. I looked at this guy, I think in 2020. One of my boys, Kesh, told me about him. I was like, have a look at him, and he looked a decent player. And he wasn't a goal scorer at that time. He was more of a target man looking to link up play and bring other players into the game. I thought he would be terrific for us back then. But him adding goals to his game now, and what I love about him, and you don't see this from many young strikers, he has a variety of shot selections in his game. So he can cut the ball, he can drive the ball, and he can also finesse the ball into the bottom corner if need be. So I don't know why everyone's upset with him. If people have a problem with their technical ability, I'll say this. When Robert Lewandowski first moved to Borussia Dortmund, he was not a technical player, but he learned to be a technical player. And Klopp did that. So I wouldn't be surprised if Klopp did it again. He's known to do this kind of stuff. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. My main worry is with the way FSG is run, I'm kind of concerned if this is going to be our only signing. And obviously, Calvin Ramsey coming in as well. Because I still believe we need a midfielder.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. We totally
desperately.
Some news on Twitter just now. So Darwin Núñez will earn $6 million a year at Liverpool, which is around £98,000 per week.
Said that, didn't I?
So $98,000 a week that is looking at. Liverpool players have already spoken to Darwin Núñez and told him how amazing it is to play at Anfield, apparently. This is coming from Portuguese media, so take it all with a pinch of salt. Darwin Núñez has already spoken with Liverpool players who have told him how amazing it is to play at the stadium at Anfield. He is ready to agree personal terms on a 5-year deal worth £6 million per year, which is that 98 grand a week contract, which is Rams, don't know about you. I think that's a really good deal if that's true.
I mean, preferably I would like a little bit of a lower wage, preferably around the same wages as Luis Diaz. I don't know if it's whether the incentives are included or the bonuses are included in that. We have to have a little bit more information. But if it's the case where the bonuses are included, that's a great deal. That is a great deal for a guy that has a 5-year contract and say 60,000 plus bonuses, which would lead to around about 90, depending on incentives. That's an amazing deal. It's an amazing deal.
Great business. Great business. So there's more news here saying, so Darwin Núñez, Liverpool initially proposed 70 million euro down payment, which I think is about 50 million quid, and 30 million in bonuses for Darwin Núñez, which was rejected by Benfica. But then they went back very quickly with the 80 million and 20 million in bonuses, which looks like it's going to be accepted. So Liverpool always test the waters first and do business.
Could I also add something as well, Jamie?
Yeah, go for it, mate.
This is our first choice signing because there's a lot of people big up the Godfather Grizz Khan. He said that if it doesn't go through, Nkunku is also our second choice. And I hear a lot of people saying they want Nkunku over Darwin Núñez, but it looks like LSC have different plans in mind. And preferably, if you're asking me, we have a lot more variety up front if Darwin Núñez is coming in. Because if there is a case where we're not doing that great and we're losing balls aerially, bring him on. Because he can do it.
Exactly.
and he's more or less like I wouldn't want to put that tag on, but he's more or less like a Origi replacement, a target man replacement that Origi used to be like. So we'll see what happens. But for me, I'm excited for this player. I think he can be a great player for us, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Me and Steve spoke about this already, Rams. Do you think I said this on my channel yesterday? So what I said on my channel yesterday, I was looking at it, and everything Liverpool are looking at in the midfielder looks like a defensive kind of midfield, doesn't it? We're looking at, Tuchemeni can play that 6 and 8 position. We were very, very interested in him. It's just that the money went stupid.
Yeah.
Sangara from PSV, I think he's got 37.5 million buyout clause. Liverpool interested in him. Calvin Phillips has gone cold now because of the groin injury, thankfully. I think, Rams, I don't know about yourself, mate. I think Liverpool Klopp wants to go to that 4-2-3-1 formation with 2 defensive midfielders and attacking 10. That's why Carvalho's come to the club. He's wanting to refresh the strike force for some time. Núñez hasn't, because you can't play 4-2-3-1 with a Jota and Salah as a 9 because they're not number 9s. It does it, their formation would collapse straight away. So you play Núñez up top, you play Salah on the right, Diaz on the left. And I think you go back to more of that attacking, counter-attacking, higher energy football that we played a few years back. Because recently you play more of a high-pressing, slow-down, possession-based game, which people are starting to work. Do you agree, Rams? You're still there, Rams? Oh, Rams.
I'm not too sure about a formation change, though. I feel as though Carvalho might be used as a winger because of the qualities that he possesses. He's very quick and he's very quick on the ball as well. Very similar to, I know, Jamie, we've had these conversations. It reminds me a lot like Pablo Aimar when he was at Valencia.
Yeah,
very tricky on the ball and very nifty on the ball as well. But I don't think it's going to be a 4-3-3. I still think it's going to be a 4-2-3-1, but I think there will be a gradual progression towards a more of a potent striker. And I think we might be asking a lot more of our midfield to create rather than defend, in my opinion. But when it comes to midfield options, look, I said we need to buy a 6 or an 8, a player that can do both 6 and an 8, because everyone here loves Hendo, but Hendo's been getting these really annoying injuries at the wrong time and is not going to help us at any point. And I think his days as a number 8 is I think for me is done. He's a 6 now. He's a 6 in my opinion. So whether we're going to go out and get a Sangari, or I know Jamrock is in the chat and he said Kone. For me, if I was to pick someone that I know of and the qualities that they possess, it would be Konrad Laimer from RB Leipzig.
Yeah, we were talking about him earlier. Because he's got the legs, don't he?
Because he can play as a 6, he can play as an 8, and he can also play as a right back if you desperately need to put him at right back, which is very handy. Very much like a Milner, very versatile in different positions, but he's also very good on the ball, very quick as well as a player. For his stature, he's about 6 foot and he's still quite quick. And could take shots from long range. Like he scored an absolute banger against Bayern Munich for Leipzig the season gone by. So that would be my choice. But that's because I've seen the guy play and I know what kind of player he is, and I know that because it's the Leipzig system, which is very similar to our system, it will most likely work for us if we do get him. So that's why I pick him over someone like a Sangari, who I don't really watch that much. But I don't have a better judgment. If people watch Sangari and say he's better, and they watch him week in week out, then I'll believe them. But for me, I've watched Laimer a lot, and I think he can be the possible player. And plus, he's only 20 million euros, which is stupid amounts of money for a guy that's 25.
True. When I've seen what I've seen in Sangara is that times I've seen him play PSV, he's that bully in midfield. He's that dominating bully in midfield, but he hasn't really got the pace, and that might be the issue because Liverpool, when we play the likes of the elite sides like your Man Cities and stuff like that, we do get a bit overrun in midfield, and I think that's what Klopp wants to try and get away from next season, get a bit more domination in that midfield area, start us getting overrun in big games as well, and try and get a bit more control of games. Because I know everyone keeps talking about low. I have this discussion so many times on this channel as well. Everyone keeps talking about low blocks. People have a problem with low blocks, and I always had the thing like the only team we didn't score against last season was Leicester. And we score against teams. I always look back and think of it that we shut off in games sometimes and don't control games well enough. So when Man City are 2-0 up in the game, very rare Man City don't win that game. Liverpool can be 2-0 up in the game sometimes. And I'm always worried watching it sometimes. I don't know about you guys. Liverpool could just concede one because we do give up a lot of chances. I look back at the Brentford game, that was 3-3. The Brighton game when we were 2-0 up, and Brighton could have actually won that 3-2. These sort of games, I think, is where Liverpool need to just be a little bit better next season. It's not
seeing out the game, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the low block so much because we're Liverpool Football Club. Real Madrid played a low block against us. You know, teams play low blocks against us all the time, mostly, apart from Man City, probably. So I don't think that's so much the problem. I don't know. I'll get your opinion, guys, on it, but I think we just got to be a bit more better, mentally better at the back next season and see out games better. But I think the 5 substitution rule will allow that. I'll get your Steve. I'll give your view on that first, and then Rams.
Yeah, completely agree. We just it wasn't the games that it was the draws that completely ruined us. Like you say, the Brentford 3-3, the Brighton 2-2, West Ham 3-2 games. It was one games like that where we didn't have control of the midfield, which sort of let us down. So yeah, we need to be a lot more assured, a lot more tighter, and hopefully stop conceding as many. Well, we did at the start of the season, conceding quite a few goals, but obviously we're a bit more assured at the back now. And that's basically what I've got to say about that, really. To be honest, mate.
Oh, no, agree. Rams.
I agree. Especially in the start of the season, we didn't control games as much as we did. So even though we did win a couple of them, I'll give you an example. Burnley did have quite a few opportunities, too much, in my opinion, for a team of their caliber. If it wasn't for, obviously, our backline playing that high line, which worked astoundingly well, and Alisson, they would have scored a couple of goals.
Yeah.
That game should have been out of sight, out of mind in the first half, in my opinion. And even in the second half as well. So we do have the tendency of just switching off at times, which is really annoying. Maybe with the substitution that you mentioned, Jamie, the freshness in the team, it will get us to be playing a lot more intense, not intense, a lot more better football in the latter stages of games. But for me, I think is the case of bringing some reinforcements and getting people on their toes, because you see players like when Naby came in and played very well, Hendo had to play and come in and play at that same level. If it wasn't, he would be on the bench. Yeah. And I feel like all these players need the kick at the backside. They do. And they need to maintain these dominant performances. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting on the bench. And if you want to be winning trophies for us, you need to be more or less 100% every single game.
No, 100% agree. So I've just seen some breaking news on Twitter. You guys are going to love this. Some breaking news on Twitter. So apparently, this is from Alex Brook. Man United want Oxlade-Chamberlain. But they want him for 10 million.
Yeah, they can bugger off. No chance.
Have you seen this, Rams?
I have seen rumours. I've seen rumours which didn't make any sense. I more or less saw rumours about West Ham rather than Man United. Why do Man United need him? They've got a lot more problems to deal with than Ox in their midfield. Like, that's probably one of the last positions they should actually not actually focus. They need to focus on a lot of positions, but that's the kind of last player they need. Someone that's more or less near their 30s and looking to go into the twilight of his career. So maybe a mid-table team would be best for him. But I don't know. If Man United give us like 25 mil, I'd be happy. But
we're not selling to Man United. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
So more news about Núñez. He'll earn €115 a week, which is 90-odd million pounds. So this is all coming out now. There was just one thing a minute ago as well that Man United haven't given up the ghost on the deal for Núñez, and Newcastle are interested as well. But yeah, I think Liverpool are too far ahead now, and it's and it's going to be all but done. David says got roughly 90 million coming in for Nico, Oxtaki, and Mane. Still got plenty of money for the top quality central mid.
Don't forget, we're going to get money for Nat and probably Ben Davies as well.
Yeah,
and don't forget wages as well. We're getting a lot of wages from that. Origi was on 60k. Nat Phillips is on 60k. Ben Davies, for some stupid reason, is on 60k.
Yeah.
So we're going to get a lot of money from these players. And obviously Mane and Ox were circa 125k. So we're going to get a lot of money. We have assets to sell.
Exactly. That's why I think we will get a midfielder. I just don't think it'd be the midfielder a lot of us fans think we want it to be. I do think it'll be a defensive-minded midfielder. I don't know why. I just feel like it will be that.
I think it will be a bargain midfielder. It won't be the midfielder that most of us would want. Obviously, everyone knows I want a certain Englishman that plays for Borussia Dortmund, but maybe next season. But for me, at this moment in time, if we can't get him, which is most likely we can't, go and get a bargain midfielder, which there are so many out there. There are so many out there that can play well for us as well. So,
absolutely agree. Núñez, they say loses the ball passes well. Salah, but he still scored. I see what you're saying. Yeah, right. I just want to look. Me and Steve already spoke about this. This thing about Darwin Núñez's link-up play. I said it, but I'm going to say it again. Our link-up play against Real Madrid was fantastic, but we didn't put the ball in the back of the net. That's what matters now. I don't care if Darwin Núñez has a link-up play percentage of 50% next season. If he scored 30 Premier League goals, that's all that matters. We've got to get off this link-up play nonsense. Jota hasn't got the greatest link-up play in the world. We do get on at him sometimes, but then he scored 20 goals last season. Are we looking for too much of the perfect footballer? I think that Salah's link-up play is better this season for me than it has been in previous years. But he still gives the ball away a shitload of times.
He certainly does.
But he scores a banger goal. So, Rams, I don't know about you. Are you getting a bit annoyed about all this link-up play percentage crap that keeps seeing everywhere?
A little bit. But if you had asked me before we signed Darwin Núñez who would be my first choice striker, it would be Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah.
But there's only 4 players in the world that are perfect strikers that can do the link-up play and that can score goals. That is Harry Kane, Karim Benzema, Robert Lewandowski. Take that back, it's 3 strikers in the world that can.
That's it.
It's 3. It's not 4. But
you could say Suarez, but yeah, not playing no more. But
he's not. He's not world class anymore, which is sad. But it is what it is. For me, I feel I will stand by this until the day I die. When it comes to link-up play, it will get better through age and experience. It does. It really does. And he's only 22 years old. Has he got raw talent? Yes, he does. Does he have the mindset to be a good an incredible striker? Yes, he does. From the looks of things, the way he plays on the pitch, he has the mindset to be a great striker. So add those together, and with the manager like Jürgen Klopp, you get yourself a player that will look to improve day in, day out. And he can do it. I believe the guy has the capabilities of doing it. And I think quite a few Liverpool fans are a little bit dismissive about because it's 54% pass accuracy. But by the way, he has a higher goal conversion rate compared to Robert Lewandowski, Erling Haaland, and Karim Benzema this season.
Yeah.
So
I'll see that. I'll see that. Yeah, his goals. He's a goal scorer, and that's what Liverpool just need that goal scorer. As I said earlier, Ramsey, if you heard, I was saying earlier, me and my mate were watching the Liverpool Benfica 3-3 game back. And he obviously scored a hat-trick of offside goals, didn't he? But his movement for every single one was world-class. His movement is tremendous. Yeah. And his finishing was so clinical. His finishing was fantastic. And
by the way, that movement can also bring space for the likes of Diaz and Salah to score goals as well.
Yeah, exactly. It'll help him out. I think Salah will have someone to play off as well. And Diaz is more of your natural winger compared to what Salah is. Salah's more of your inside forward. Diaz is more of your natural Be more of a natural winger out of all of them. And I think that'll open up a lot of space for Diaz because, teams started to notice that Diaz was dangerous, so they started to double up on him already in the Premier League. That's how good he is. So with Núñez there, he's going to be taking 6'1". Centre backs are going to be naturally will just go towards Diaz because he's 6'1". He's a big boy. And that will free up room for your likes of your Diaz is on the left hand side, your Salah's on the right, which might help even more. It's just a good transfer. For me, it's just a good bit of business. It's all good business.
Definitely.
Jamrock with a super chat. Big up Jamrock. Rams, thoughts on Kalidou Kone, number 6 or a number 8?
I've seen bits of him, but I'm not too sure. I think he's just a little bit too young, in my opinion. I think we need someone that's around about middle age, about 20, 25 or 26, in my opinion. Someone that needs to come in at the get-go. Because for me, if we're going down what I want, we'll get someone who's very, very young next season, hopefully, touch wood. But I don't want to have another one pairing up because Henderson's is at around about 31, 32. Fabinho's heading into around about his late 20s, I think 29. Thiago's also 30, 31 years old. We need to bring in players that are middle-aged and ready to get going, in my opinion. And I think whether it be Sangari, whether it be Lima, whether it be whoever it is, we need a player that is ready to come in and be there in the get-go. So that's my opinion, really.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we need to maximise your home growth. So I know Carvalho counts as homegrown. Ramsey don't because he's Scottish.
He's under 21 though, so he'll count as
21.
unlimited.
Does it?
Yeah.
So do you reckon the midfield we might buy might be a homegrown midfielder?
I don't think so. I don't think so because from the way I see it, I think Sepp Vandenberg will be our 5th choice centre back, and he will count as homegrown as well.
Yeah, you're telling me we're going to get rid of Reece Williams? You go.
I don't know. It's one of those two will be playing. But even if either of them are playing, we'll still have the minimum amount, which is about 8 homegrown players in a 25-man squad. So for me, homegrown players don't really matter that much. If I was going to ask for a homegrown player, it'll probably be Jared Bowen to be that backup right winger.
Yeah, the Bowen. Yeah.
But not for a midfielder, I don't think. I don't think we need any more homegrown players. I think we've reached that threshold. Now
we've got Elliot Jones there, ain't you?
Exactly. So there's no real effort to sign any homegrown players, in my opinion.
Now, this midfielder as well. Now I've just brought out Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott. I said it earlier. Because the 5 substitution rule next season, it's going to be massive. It's going to be huge. It's going to help so much. I see Harvey. I don't know about you guys. I do see Harvey Elliott playing a lot of games in midfield next season. Jürgen Klopp loves him. Now,
before he got his injury, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, beginning this season, Harvey played. Harvey was in instead of Endo, I do believe, at the start, or Thiago, one of them, and he was playing.
Thiago.
Yeah, and then he got his injury, and I remember Harvey's, Trent's, and Salah's build-up play on that right-hand side at the beginning of the season was magic. Them nice little triangles they were playing together. Harvey likes to play give and go, so he's always on the move. He don't admire his passes, his moves. I like that. And then he obviously got injured. I've never seen Klopp so sad in my life when someone got injured. Jesus Christ, he was bits, wasn't he? And then as soon as he came back, he put him straight in the team again. And obviously it was too soon. Harvey came back too soon for the injury. He's a young boy. It's mentally hard to get over that sort of injury when you're going for tackles and stuff like that. So he's pulling out of them. You could see it. It's hard on the younger guys. I don't know, Rams, Steve, I don't know how you feel. I just feel Harvey Elliott will get a lot of game time next season, Steve. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I do. I mean, like I say, before his injury, he was one of the first names on the team sheet, wasn't he? I mean, even Chelsea early doors this season at Anfield, he was part of the midfield 3 then, wasn't he? So he was getting a lot of game time last season. Klopp obviously loves him to bits and he's got so much potential. So, yeah, I agree. I think he's going to get a run of games. Maybe 20 games, I would say, in the Premier League, possibly. So he's a fantastic player. And why not? He's got that potential. He's played with obviously Carvalho at Fulham as well, so there's that link-up play already there as well. So yeah, why not? He's a fantastic player, and he's only going to grow into an even better world-class player under Jürgen Klopp.
Rams, what do you reckon, my man?
It's like you said, Jürgen Klopp loves the player. He loves the way he plays football. And don't forget, he started against Chelsea as well at the start of the season.
Exactly.
And that's everyone was shocked about it. Everyone was saying he was very good. He was very good that game. He held his own against the likes of Kovacic and Jorginho, and they're no bums in the footballing world. So I think with the 5 substitutions as well, we'll see a lot more of him coming off the bench or starting either one of those two. But I think if I give a prediction of how many games he might play, minimum he's playing 20 games this season, depending on how far we go in the cups.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I think I'm going to go for it from Klopp point of view. I think Klopp might look for another number 6, that sort of 6-player defensive-minded midfielder, because I think he wants to give Harvey and Curtis that chance to be more expressive in their play without having to worry about defensive duties so much. So you could play like a 3 and have 2 defensive players in a game and give Harvey and Curtis that chance to be a bit more expressive and show what they got on the opposition's team and get further up the field and not having to worry about that defensive play so much next season. I think that's what Klopp might be looking at instead of going. Klopp trusts players, even if they're youngsters. He trusts them, and you hear that about Klopp all the time. That's what I love about him. I know that's what a lot of Liverpool fans at the same time thinks his weakness, that he's like he trusts too much. He's too much emotionally invested sometimes in players, and they think that might be his weakness, where Pep is a bit more, you don't work, you're gone. But at the same time, Pep's always been financially backed to be like that, where Klopp hasn't. So Klopp is always thought about. You hear Klopp in interviews all the time. It's always about training, coaching. And I think he actually believes in that, where Pep does as well. But Pep can be a bit more cruel and a bit more like cold.
Cutthroat.
Cutthroat, because he's financially backed everywhere he's ever been. Grealish only got 2 goals and 2 assists this season, cost £100 million. If that was a Liverpool player, he'd have to hit the ground running straight away. It's going to be like with Núñez. He's going to hit the ground running, and people talk about it. What happens? Grealish, he did okay. He'll probably be better next season. But then he goes and gets Haaland, which, in all fairness, Haaland cost around 200 million. I don't care what people keep saying about his 65 million buyout clause.
Yeah.
Whatever it was. The whole deal for Haaland's around 190, 200 million because of all the stuff that comes with
Don't forget the wages as well.
His wages would be ridiculous. 300k at least.
So Pep can be. So when people say Klopp can be a bit like this, I just think Klopp's never been, as you would say, financially backed in that way. So he likes to trust his coaching and training techniques. And I think Klopp puts himself down a little bit. I don't know about you guys. I think Klopp puts himself down a little bit when it comes to technical stuff in management. Because he says he's more of the man manager, that sort of coach. But I don't know about you guys. I think Klopp is technically a world-class coach. And
Jamie,
doesn't give himself enough credit, in my opinion.
That's the illusion, Jamie. People think he's a big lad, a bit of a dummy at times, but that's the illusion. That's the illusion. He is actually a very technically. He works on technical, but like Mario Götze and Nuri Sahin aren't really the most workhorse kind of players. They're the most technical players that you can get at a young age. So he's worked with brilliant young players who are technically gifted, and he's made them world beaters at their age. So
he's just tremendous. Just got some news here. Let me quickly look. So Darwin Núñez is set to reject Man United and move after agreeing personal terms with Liverpool. This is just coming out now.
Yeah,
this is hilarious. Man United fans don't know. You see, Rams, you have probably seen it around social media. Man United fans are in a bad mood this morning.
To be
fair,
are
what we were 15 years ago. They are what we were 15 years ago.
Honestly, I don't really care that we picked Man United over it. I really do not care. No. I'm more happy that this is our first choice signing. We wanted him and we got him.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less if Man United wanted him. I couldn't care less if Chelsea or Bayern Munich or Barcelona or Real wanted him. We wanted him as our first choice and we got him straight away. And I'm happy about that.
Jürgen Klopp has, isn't it?
Yeah. And just also on the midfield thing, the reason also why I want Konrad Laimer is because he's a dickhead in midfield. Like he will annoy a lot of players, and I feel like we kind of missed that with the shithousery. He can do that. He can do that and can annoy a lot of players, and I feel like we're missing that in our team a little bit. I know we've got Robbo who's very good at it, but I think other than Robbo, there's not a lot of players that can do that, and I think we kind of need that.
We need that, yeah. We do. I didn't realise, Rams and Steve, I didn't realise how hated Robbo was by rival fans.
No.
He's absolutely hated. I didn't realise it. I don't see that. But then I'll go back in games and looking like, yeah, Robbo's an arse, and I love him. He's our
arse. The Messi and stuff on it.
he's our shit. You know what I mean? This is a good question. Are any more academy players making the jump into the squad, hence a clear out to make room? Maybe. I think Kay Gordon will be heavily looked at in pre-season, guys. I don't know what you think.
I think also Musialowski as well.
Yeah, Musialowski. Yeah,
depends on his injuries. That's the big thing.
Yeah, because he's a finisher. Isn't he?
Oakley Connonier as well, who's doing wonders, and obviously I think it's the under-18s. I know he's obviously very young, but potentially he may get some game time cups.
Who's the player we bought this season? I can't remember his name now. The young guy.
The young guy.
The young Irish lad or something. I can't remember his name. Whatever. I can't remember his name. I don't know if you guys can remember.
Signed someone from Newcastle, didn't know that, but that was Lee Clarkson. I think that's Bobby Clark.
I can't remember his name now. Young Irish kid we brought in. I don't know if you've seen a bit in pre-season. I'll get his name in a minute. I will always have players who are under 29 that are signed, but if they're good enough for Klopp.
Is it Doherty?
Yeah, it might be something like that. Young Irish kid that came in the middle of the season. I just can't remember his name. He'll come to me.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know why we are not in for anything. Yeah. What's this one? I always have. Like the player thing. Look, if you look at the age, I mean, a lot of people last season were saying Liverpool squad's getting old. Now, if you look at it now, if we get all the players we say are coming in at start, I think the season starts the 6th of August, don't it? And that we'll have Jota, who's 25, I believe, or 26. Diaz, same age, 25, 26. Carvalho, what is he, 19? Harvey Elliott, what is he? 18. Harvey Elliott, 18.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones, what is he, 20, 21? Canate, 23. I think
Gomez, 24.
Yeah, Gomez, 24. Yeah. Trent's only just turned 24 as well, ain't he?
Crazy.
And we got Queeve. We got Queeve, who's 23.
Queeve and Kelleher, great goalkeeper, backup number 2. Could easily play. Should hopefully play the FA Cup and League Games all next season. And then Núñez, who's 22. So the age of the team is coming down remarkably already. And the problem is, what I like about it as well, they're all quality. They're all quality. So the rebuild is quietly happening with no one noticing. That's what I'm saying. This rebuild is quietly happening, and it's not a rebuild as such. It's not like a Man United Arsenal rebuild. You know, this is just, you know, you got a little crack in the house and you're getting around to it now. You know what I mean? It's that kind of rebuild we're doing, and I'm here all for it. And FSG, look, if FSG want to keep the fan base happy, more of this. There's more of this. I mean, I've never been on this FSG out thing.
Yeah.
I've always thought, you know, Rams knows my points. We've done debates on it, and I always see things on two sides of the coin. Like I always say, if I like what they do, sometimes I praise them. If they do bad things, I'll give them negative feedback. It's just that simple. We are a very well-run club as far as I'm concerned. I never understood the Klopp backing sort of thing. I can understand when people say Klopp ain't backed enough because instead of getting 3 players, we should have got 5 players, and we didn't get a player then when we should have got a player. So maybe that can be the case. But at the end of the day, last season, every Liverpool fan I know online, especially on social media and YouTube and whatever, has said this is the best Liverpool squad they've seen in their lifetime. So in one way, FSG do back. They do it in a different way to Man City because they do it in a financial a more financial, safe, measured way. Same time, though, Man City are a complete sports washing football club that get away with absolute murder. Their sponsorship on their stadium and shirts are the same company that their owner owns. So I don't know how it works. And then they got #1 in revenue in European football when they got a tiny fan base. So this is what we're working with. I don't know how you feel about that, Rams, but I'm always on, like, I think both sides of the coin all the time. I don't know about yourself, my man.
For me, I've always been FSG out purely not on footballing basis.
Yeah.
My main argument was outside of football, like the ticket prices, the trying to trademark Liverpool.
Yeah, that's all.
All the European Super League and all that stuff I've been angry about. And there have been times where I'm like, people forget how big of a club we are and how much money we make.
Yeah.
And I know how much money we make, and I don't understand why we can't just push the boat out a little bit, because our fans, knowing our fans, we will pay it back. We will pay it back.
Yeah.
So that's my main issue, because I know you stick to your model. The model has worked since 2004, obviously with the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
But it's different with Liverpool, because we've had this big fan base for such a long time, and we make a lot of money. And I think with all the news coming out about how behind Bayern Munich and Barcelona, we have the most shirt sales and all that stuff is coming out, people are starting to realize we do have money, and we don't understand why we don't spend it. That's my main issue, because we don't need to go out and buy superstars. We can go out and buy the Sangaris, the Limers, the whoever you want to bring in for around about 20-25 million pounds.
Yeah.
And that's my main issue. It wasn't about signing whoever. Maybe the odd superstar signing if we really needed it, but never about signing 50 million pounds for every single player in each position. It's about spending right. And I feel like quite a few times FSG haven't really spent at the right time. And it's all about timing in this game, in my opinion.
No, I agree. I totally agree. So David Oystein's just tweeted. So David Oystein said, Liverpool are understood to have agreed personal terms with Darwin Núñez, but are not signed, and talks between the clubs are ongoing over structure of potential deal. Benfica expect any sale to be worth a total package of 100 million euros, where Liverpool are trying to just... They're basically... Liverpool and Benfica are basically just, at the moment, sitting at a desk, just trying to work out best structure for the deal.
Yeah.
When they've already agreed personal terms, it's basically done. It's just Liverpool work out the best deal for them. I can understand them not wanting a fish. I mean, apart from Man City, as we said, there's not a lot of clubs that just go straight in and give 100 million quid to a player, and that's done with no instalments. Liverpool work this out. I expect it to be around the 80 million, 20 million add-ons, which is 65 million quid up front.
Yeah.
And then 20 million add-ons, guys. You see that happening? See that being the case?
Yeah, definitely for me. The quote more 80 million euros, which is, like you say, 60, 65, 66 million, something like that. And then the 20 million euros, which is about what is that, 15 million. So 80 million in total, I would say. And that'll be paid. I mean, look at we got stick when we're both out in Van Dijk for 75 million, Alisson for 65, and look how good they've turned out to be. So we don't buy the finished article, but as soon as he comes to Liverpool, give him a few seasons, and I think he'll turn into a world-class player. Anyone that sort of signs for Liverpool, they're not always the finished article, but rest assured, once Klopp gets to work with the player, I've got utter belief that he'll turn into a world-class superstar like we'll keep on turning over. So long may that continue.
Rams, final thought on that?
I don't really have much to add, I really don't. I think you guys have hit the nail on the head, in my opinion. I don't have any much else to say.
No, it'll get done. It just do a structure the deal, and the deal will be structured. I know it annoys fans because I just do the deal already and get it done.
Yeah.
But you're talking about 100 million euros. It's big numbers. It's big money. So it can take a few days. But Benfica, the thing with dealing in Portuguese clubs, it can be quite easy because they just set a price. You meet that price. You can do it in a structure, and then the deal's away. Benfica will look at how well Porto and Liverpool dealt with business as well, and they'll want that same sort of friendly business relationship between the two of them as well. In case there's any future deals coming from Liverpool towards Benfica in one day, so they'll be looking at all
the way I see it, right? I see it as though we've paid £60 million, and if the guy is a success, I'm literally quoting what Drifty said yesterday. Big up Compish and big up Drifty, Matt and Callum. If the guy is successful, he'll cost £80 million. If he's not as successful, he'll cost around about 65 million pounds.
Exactly. You're win-win.
Yeah.
It's win-win, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's win-win at the end of the day. And look, we've seen some bigger name strikers go to a certain team in blue this season for a lot of money and not performed. So,
and by the way, we do want our club to pay the extra add-ons because it knows that we're winning titles or the players doing very well. So
exactly, which is why the year after we won the Premier League, we had the biggest wage bill in the country because of all the bonuses we have.
Because they're achievable,
all paid out because they all won the title. That's exactly it. Right, guys, we're going to finish up there. It's been a great show, absolutely fantastic show. I am live again tomorrow, and I am live again Saturday at 8 p.m. guys. I know England earlier on, but I've done 2 England watch-alongs. I can't do another one. Jesus Christ. Gareth Southgate's England is hard to watch. So I'm going to be doing a debate show at 8 p.m. Saturday night. Rams, if you're available, you're welcome to come on it as well. Steve, I know you're up for that as well.
Yeah, I'll be up for that, mate.
So guys, I will be back tomorrow with more transfer news, gossip, rumour, whatever we're going to call this show. I ain't going to give a proper name yet. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow afternoon for that as well. I'm on Monty's show tonight, Big Sixpence at 10:30, guys. So you can catch me over there tonight. Tomorrow night, I'm on the Man United Agenda show. Catch me over there. We're doing Premier League players of the season. When I'm probably going to get in a lot of arguments at how many Liverpool players are going to be in there. So catch me over there and on this channel as well. Don't forget to go. Rams, what's your name, your channel again?
Yeah, man, it's the Ram Stand. The Ram Stand.
The Ram Stands. Go and check him out, guys. Obviously, you all know Statman. Go and check him out. So subscribe to their channels. And yeah, Ram, if you're around tomorrow night, mate, you're welcome to come on the debate show, my friend.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. If you have enough people to come on, I'll come on, man. It's all good.
Yeah, excellent, man. Yeah, you're always welcome. So, Steve. So, guys, thanks you very much. And the likes as well, guys. I forgot to say, we've got over 420 likes. So, big up to everyone who liked the video as well. Much love. Much love. And everyone who's super chatted and the members that have joined membership as well. Team OG memberships, guys. Thank you very much. Do appreciate, Matt. Appreciate love. Go and subscribe to these 2 great guys as well. Great Liverpool fans. Go and check them out, guys.
Appreciate
much
it,
love. See you on the next one, guys.